Hey everyone, how's it going? Tim Tam, Nathaniel, 1711, Astra. How's everyone doing today? Astra, we are going to. So it's just if you want a free roster review and you don't want to pay anything, you're welcome to submit in my Discord here. So I have a Discord and Captain's Roster Reviews. It's in the description for number 2. If you wanted a priority roster review, so you 100% are going to get it today, then donations of $5 or more will get you a roster review. And you can do that in the description in the video. So it's like an owned link or something. So that's probably the best place to do it. But yeah, anything over $5 will get you a premium review. I do those, just so you know. So in the beginning right now, we're gonna do some like dailies. I don't know what else I have to do in this game, so I'll do whatever I have to do, and then we'll jump into roster reviews. And then I usually do a couple free ones, which is a spin of the wheel, which is this thing, boom, wheel. So we'll do some spins. I always try to do at least 2 a week with 2 videos. I haven't been able to get much of those personalized videos lately just because I've been so busy. But I try to stand to my commitment to you guys, which was 2 free roster reviews during these, and then 2 throughout the week. But you know, time dictating, of course. All right, so pretty interesting. I'm not going to go over my Grand Arena because I am going to. I have it recorded. I have to release it probably tonight. I did want to make another video as well of what my general viewpoints are of the upcoming changes that have been released. So I don't think they're bad overall. Little more positive than still not happy about everything, but I think they're making smart PR decisions. So hey Brady, I do think that because CG wants to no problem Tim, so CG wants to make kind of like Dolphins, and I'll say this, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with my spending changes, but I think CG wants to make, because of course whales are going to whale, right? Hey Dalton, whales are going to whale, and they'll do their whaling thing, but what they want for the free-to-play player is or they don't want, so they want to make changes that encourage free-to-plays to become light spenders, which I totally understand. And then they also are looking at making changes that are more subscription-based changes, because they want consistent spending, and they want to show their shareholders and their bosses and the institutions that own them that they are making consistent money. And so that's why marquees are very big money driving events, so that's why they're going to consistently release those. And then also they want passes that people consistently buy, and the new $20 pass is a very good buy. I'll probably go over that in my video later, but that's a very good buy. So what I'm going to do is because in here, I want to talk about this too, because before I was saying I was going to buy these packs, but the problem was I was accelerating my account faster than what I could develop with like Omicrons and Zetas. So as you can see here, I'm almost ready for Bo-Katan Mandalore, but I don't have like any Zetas because I had to put my Zetas in this past Zepho farm that I did. So I finished Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Seer, but now I don't have a Zeta for Keller and Beck. I don't have 2 Zetas for Paz. I don't have a Zeta for IG-12, and then I don't have the 3 for Bo-Katan Mandalore. And next month I'll unlock her. So in a month I'll probably have 4. So I'll probably do the 3 for the 3 for Bo-Katan, and one for Paz Vizsla maybe by then, and then I'll like be working on GL Ahsoka in the Imperial Assault battle, but I'll still be bottlenecked by Zetas because that'll be going to this past farm. So as I like move on towards GL Ahsoka, this Bo-Katan farm is still, and my hope is that by the time I finish my GL Ahsoka stuff, like my Zetas will catch up, and then I'll be able to like backlog the things. But the $10 or the $20 pass, let's see if I can find it, is giving me things that help my bottleneck. So it's giving me Omicrons, it's giving me Zetas, it's giving me higher relic materials. It's not giving me signal data, and I don't mind signal data being my bottleneck. But overall, that pass is giving me things that I need. Instead of buying like that $10 conquest or that $10 cargo pack that gives me what do you call it, like a bunch of signal data and a little bit of like bronzium wiring and stuff. That was fine, but it was pushing my other bottlenecks back, which was Zetas. So, and same thing with and I'm not against, because before I was spending like $24 a week, so $110 a month, and now I just have to spend $30. So I don't know if that's the positive change that they were hoping for, is pushing players to go from like, hey, maybe they were hoping that players like me would just up it to like 130 instead of pushing back to like 30. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and just cut my spending back. I'll buy the $10 conquest, and I'll buy the $20 battle pass, and it'll be $30 a month, which is fine for me. And that's what I said in my original video anyways. I said I was fine with the passes, like I am a dolphin, I guess. So it's not a big deal for me. My concern is like when they're pulling assault battles back from players, that they're going to be losing out on pieces that are important for developing an account, like injector pieces like these. So these injector pieces are important for the mid to early game players, and if they're taking out those early assault battles, then those players lose access to this material, and then they lose out on Zetas, they lose out on signal data, and they don't, like, the new assault battle for Enoch, Death Trooper, Night Trooper isn't accessible unless you start throwing like Zetas on these guys, or you gear them up more than they have Chirotech. Then that causes players to lose resources, and that's what I was upset about. Also, the cadence that they're releasing characters, I feel like is going to push players like me who were catching up to endgame, and I'm no longer gonna have the ability to ever catch up, because the way that things were released in the past, I felt like players who focused on resources and then light spending can catch up to endgame and someday make it to be an endgame player. Right now, I feel like if they continue the pace that they're going to go with releasing marquees every 2 weeks, that I'm never going to catch up to these important characters down here, like Balin Skull, Bo-Katan, Aphra, Jar Jar Binks, Lord Vader, C, and these types of characters are just going to be, instead of me working through my backlog while all simultaneously farming new stuff, it's going to be, I'm not going to have the access to either farm that backlog of stuff, or I'm not going to be able to farm the new stuff in like a reasonable amount of time. So that was my like overall concerns of it. But that's like something that we won't see until there's like a year after the changes or something, and they have this cadence of releases. At that point, I'll have to like evaluate, like, okay, am I still catching up? Am I falling back? So we'll have to see overall. But yeah, like I said, I'll make a video. But what are you guys thinking of these changes? I think it was smart to have an SLKR lifter though as the conquest character. Like I think anything to do with the Lightspeed bundle GLs like Rey and SLKR is a win for the average player, because the average player now has them, And I think that's a very, very smart choice of giving us something else to talk about other than how much we're like, you know, like hating on CG for their recent choices. So as far as like what they did, pretty smart, making an unpopular change first and then releasing like a flurry of other events for changes. And then honestly, if they really wanted to be smart, right, if they wanted to like nail in the coffin as far as like all the negativity, they would be very generous in this upcoming anniversary with lightspeed bundles. So they would return back like the SLKR and Ray ones or something. If they did that, like players would be happy overall, I think. So I think that would be a very, very popular move. So if they do that, I think that'll kind of like smooth things over with the community for at least for a little while, and give them the good graces of like our good graces to kind of like move forward with whatever changes they want to make. So we'll see. Maybe I'm actually thinking, I don't think it's the Ray Swallow Ezra team. I'm thinking, hey Astra, thanks for the donation. I will add you to my list. But I'm thinking that they are doing, so I added you to my premium reviews list. So if you have, they generally take a little bit of time. Also, you're welcome to join me in voice chat if you wanted to when we start doing them. Like I said, there's a few things I had to do first, as far as like my dailies, and I do want to do my TB real quick. My TB is usually very, very quick on this last phase because it's all mainly ship stuff. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I do you guys think? Or as far as like the new dark, like Sith Ray, I don't know how strong she's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna. It may be like the off meta counter for GL Ahsoka. Who knows? Like, but I think it would be weird to release that, like, because in 3 months, like, we should have GL Ahsoka, and then that may elevate SLKR enough to be like the only off meta counter. But SLKR is already really strong if you get the right things there. So I'm hopeful that it elevates him to kind of be at that level so that people will have at least a chance of countering GL Ahsoka. I think I am going to try for the first time getting red box. I think I am. Because before I always got gold box and I did not care for red box, but I feel like this time I'll still see maybe because like if you look, I do want Ezra. Like Ezra is so good, like he's such a good character in Eleva. I did not expect Ezra to be as good as he is, and usually I get gold box and buy the pass, and that gets me in the 5th conquest, so I still have like a month and a half before I can unlock him. But crazy level of power. I think it would be really smart of them to bring the lightspeed bundles back. I hope at minimum I hope they bring back the SLKR and Ray ones. So I don't know if they give us like a JML one or something, or like a C one. I think that would be comparable, but I think that has its own negative connotations of people being like, okay, so are you going to release all the GLs and lightspeed bundles? You know what I mean? So I think if they just bring back Ray and SLKR, that would do a lot of positive, like positive chatter, or would be a very big plus. Even though a lot of players have them, I think a lot of players that missed them or came back the last year are missing them. So I would love to see those come back for players, but we'll see. I'm hoping. I think it's a very good chance. If they don't have it I think at least by New Year's, I'm hoping that they'll release them. If not by the anniversary, then maybe during the Christmas time. Hey Durforce, how are you doing? You're hoping for an Inquisitor Lightspeed bundle? Maybe. I don't know if they'll do. I know Meathead trolled it, but I don't know if they will. I would much rather like a Bad Batch bundle. They're making new Bad Batch, so hey. Give me a Lightspeed bundle for these guys. I would pay top dollar for a Bad Batch bundle. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not big on like, I just build my account the best I can, and then whatever bundles come will come. Because after I finish GL Ahsoka, I'm going for Lord Vader, unless they release like a 2025 fleet or something. Just because I want to finish all the GLs. So, and then my last GL will be C. So once I finish Lord Vader, then I'll get C. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, he did. He did. He trolled. He did troll Red 5. Do you remember when he was like, pew, 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 pew? He had like 5 red pews there. Yeah, I don't know. So I get it. But I don't think him trolling Inquisitors is like is going to give us an Inquisitor Lightspeed bundle anytime soon. So in a year maybe, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, to be completely honest. Yeah, but I don't care. Whatever Lightspeed bundles they do, then they'll release them. But I would like to see some more Zeta events. Do you remember when they gave us that Zeta event where if we had like this shards for stuff, then they gave us some Zetas? Oh man, I would love some of that. As far as double drops, I don't even know when they are going to be, right? When is double drops? The 18th? I should probably start saving for double drops today then, right? Maybe? Here, let's see. When's double drops? I did not, I may, because today's the 17th, so double drops is tomorrow, the 18th, right? Here, let's look at this news events. Anniversary. Sorry for the blinding whiteness. Oh, the 22nd? Oh, I have plenty of time. 22nd. Maybe the 20th I'll start saving 2 days before. Maybe. So, hey, Mr. Fuentes, how are you? I probably won't save normal energy, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I won't save normal energy, but I'll save Cantina, Fleet, and Mod energy, but I'm not going to save normal energy. The reason is I'm farming the new characters, and I could only farm them so much, right? So I'm not going to save this energy. I'll just keep farming them every day, and that's what I'll do for my tickets. And then, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Is keep farming these guys for normal energy, and then I'll save all the energy for double drops, and I'll probably start that energy for double drops like 2 days prior. Hey, thanks Durforce for the Prime subscription. I do appreciate it. I really do. All right, so let's start knocking out some of this this daily stuff that I need to knock out. An Afro bundle? I think an Afro bundle would be great because I don't want to farm her. Like, right? Like, I really don't. I don't think she's, like, especially with all the things that I could farm, like all the conquest characters, all the, like, I just don't know when I'll ever get around to farming Afra. Like, Tusken bundle? Yeah, I would love a Tusken bundle. Tusken bundle would be great. But, like, there's just so much stuff that I have to farm that like Afra is like something that is prime bundle. Yeah, it's just like any other farm. I would rather have like Bad Batch. I would rather have there's a ton of stuff I would rather have rather than those, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what when I'll ever get to farm Afra, because I have like the shards except for the conquest ones. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it's one of those things that, like, I don't know. I don't know. How have you guys been doing in Grand Arena? How is the pulse on Grand Arena right now? Pretty good? Pretty bad? Not great? Super great? What's going on with your Grand Arenas? I want to know. I think Afra, Tuskens, Jawas. Afra, Tusken, Jawas. Oh, let's see. Afra, Tusken, Jawas. Bad Batch would be good. So, we'll see. A Troopers, Clone Troopers one, maybe? I don't know about Clone Troopers, but a Clone Troopers one would be great. Imperial Remnants is too new. I would love something that has Vandor in there. A Scoundrel one. Yeah, I don't know. A Rhodium 3. Jeez. A Rhodium 3. No way, dude. That is rough. Rough. Stomped? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this scrub. It says, don't be confirmed. It says Durf Force, but this is really Scrub Force is what's going on here. A Rhodium 3. Even with Leviathan, you can't, because if you put Leviathan on defense, chances are your opponent's just like not getting through you. Wow. Wow. Rhodium 3. So I did get dropped down into Kyber 3, but I'm climbing back up, so I should be fine. I don't know what to say. I keep just beating those huge accounts, even though they're bigger and better and beat me in every single metric possible. I keep holding it down, guys, so I don't know. Even I just can't stop winning. I tried to, I stopped caring, to be completely honest, with Grand Arena, just because of the time and everything, but I'm still just holding it down, so I don't know what to say. Honestly, it wouldn't bother me if I like lost. If I would prefer to stay in Kyber, so if I drop down to like Kyber 3, Kyber 4, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care too much about it, so yeah. Alright, so you have a 56 win rate, but the crunch has gotten you down to Chromium from Kyber 5, where you're already undefeated in 3v3, and it's the same pattern as last time to climb to Kyber again. Yeah, well, it's Kyber's. So the thing is, like, the players are getting bigger, right? Like everyone's getting pushed down, and I some people are like, when I talked about Grand Arena and about the squish, they're like, you were so wrong, Captain Amazing. Like, we're facing the same people, and the thing is, I don't agree with that, but so yeah, there's the same amount of people playing, but the expectations of the type of rosters that you're seeing are a lot different than what you would expect. Like Kyber 2 to Kyber 3, I'm not expecting to see like Kyber 1 accounts that are like fully developed, ridiculous datacrons, like have everything in the game players, but there they are, you know. So you know, it's just one of those things where, yeah, the same amount of players are there, but expectations are different for what we should see in those brackets, and what we're seeing is people that are a lot bigger. Because like even Durforce, he's in a rhodium, so in a rhodium you wouldn't expect to see people with like leviathans and multiple like he's close to 9 million GP, but still, like he is a good account, and you don't expect to see stuff like that. So yeah, so, and a lot of people are like, even me, I normally would be Kyber 2, now I'm in Kyber 3. So I'm getting pushed down, and a lot of players are also getting pushed down. So this is one of those things where expectations of what we are, because before people were like, oh, I have this much GP, or I have this many GLs, or this many that, and then it's like, okay, well, we expect a certain amount of like to be able to climb to a certain amount of leagues based on that. But because of the changes with the squish, it's a lot different. Like when I know it's a lot right now, it's a lot different than when I climbed into Kyber a year ago, because I had 2 GLs, 2 GL ships, and then I climbed into Kyber. Right now, if I had 2 GLs, 2 GL ships, I would be struggling to hang out in a rhodium. So it's just a lot different. Your alt account just had a C in GAC, and it's only, yeah, so that's it's always been that way. It's always been that way. The lower bottom levels has a lot of players that have things and they just don't play. Because I have heard some players be like, I'm just giving up, and I'll just like do my 1 attack and then get whatever rewards I'm gonna get, and then like you inevitably will see huge accounts like that. So that's always been the case, and there's like nothing we can do about that, right? So let's do some TB real quick. This should be super quick. So we did push into Hoth this time for some reason. I don't understand it, but that's what we're doing. Alright, I can't do my TB because we're still doing missions, so no TB today. I'll do that later off. That's like super quick anyways. I don't know what they're planning on doing, Dr. Wiley. I don't know. I'd be in Kyber 4. Maybe. Well, you have like the new things too, Amountaingoat. So that is a big change for players, or it's a big boost. So if you have like the bespoke datacrons, like the newest characters and the newest datacrons, then yeah, you're going to be able to push up, because you have like, if you have the Great Mother's datacron, if you have the Balin Skull datacron, and you have those characters, those types of things have very specific counters, so you're able to like push up. Imperial Troopers, I have a free-to-play farming guide, Football Goat, and I actually recommended not farming those right off, or not farming Imperial Troopers right off the bat. Let me find it for you. But I did not recommend that because you can start getting Executor a lot quicker now. So because of the changes that are made, you're able to get to level 85 a lot quicker. So I recommended going for the Phoenix first, and then Empire second as your dark side, and then going into Bounty Hunters and start pushing for Executor pretty much immediately. So that's what I recommended for that. Name datacrons. What do you mean? Well, why not? Oh, okay, I get it. So for us to like be able to custom like add a name to them, yeah, I get it. Yeah, especially if you have a bunch of like, I don't. That's kind of like a whale problem, right? You have like a ton of level 9s or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I personally don't have a big issue with like choosing my stuff. But I could see where that would be a good quality of life thing, being able to like name datacrons. So you could be like SLKR or, you know, Imperial Troopers or whatever. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're laying down, if you know what I mean. Peaches and cream. Let's see this one. 12. No. All right. My mods. Yeah, my mod score is pretty good, Tim. Pretty good. I am known for my mods. So I do have pretty good mod guides, I would say. If anything, out of all my content, I would say my mod content is probably the top thing. Maybe roster reviews is like just as good, but I think, yeah, my mod content is pretty good, if I say so myself. You know what I mean? All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking for mods that have potential. This has like nice stats here, actually. I'm looking for mods that have the potential to be still worked, and because not all of these are things that I'm looking for. Some things are, some things aren't, but I need certain mods, and sometimes these mods, and it just saves money. So if you do it this way, it saves some money. If you level all your mods to level 9, and then sometimes I'll level more mods to level 12 so I can see if I can get what I need, and then that's it. Like, so instead of taking them all to 12, I'll level some of them to 12, and some of them I'll just sell right off the bat. So I'm not saying a whole lot. I do need a bunch more of health percent primaries, because I'm working on things like the Mandalorian mods right now. So if you notice that I kept a lot of those like health percent primary ones, it's because of that. Like I need a lot more of these for the Mandalorian, like IG-12 and Paz Vizsla. They want the same amount of mods each, and they're pretty much like primaries that you want to have. So all right, so when I do sell all these, I do look at them first to make sure none of them are like tenacity mods. So I'm going through making sure none of them are tenacity. Like this one's tenacity, but it doesn't have any tenacity on it, so not a big. Oh, you can't see it. This one, the one right above my head. Yeah, mod content. It is. I would say, yeah, it's probably what I'm most well known for, mod content. At least for like people who find me usually find me through my mod content, and then they stick around for my you know, my lovely smile and bubbly personality is what I think. So at least that's what I tell myself. I'll still work this actually. Usually I don't. Crit chance, I don't want any crit chance ones right now. Offense. Crit avoidance, I'm not too enthused about that. So do that. Select all, upgrade to 15, and let's see what we got going on today. The bald head. I got hair, dude. I got hair. I normally shave my head today, but I'm not going to work tomorrow because I took 2 days off of work, so I did not cut my hair today. So maybe I'll do it later. Normally with the light and everything, it's all like, but I got the hair. I got the hair, dude. See? It's all right here. I gotta rub my head for luck more often as I like slice these. Yeah. Alright, protection primaries. I need more of these too. I don't have like a ton of slicing material here, so as you can see I'm running out. Ooh, that's not good. 7. So I'm not expecting a lot of these to work out, but they do. If they don't, they don't. It just kind of is what it is. Potency. Alright, running out of slicing material here. And then the crit damage one. Come on, 7. Ooh. Maybe I'll slice it one more time. Nope. Offense is still decent. Oh man. Man. What an annoying little mod. I have a lot of... Alright, so let's flip this here. Sell all these. All these 5s. I don't need them in my life. I don't need that negativity, you know what I mean? Why won't you sell? You're probably in a loadout somewhere, hidden. Let's slice you. 9s. Protection primary. Health. 10's still good. Nope. And it's dead to me. It's dead. Alright. Manage these mods. Select all of them. Upgrade to 12. And let's see what we got speed-wise. So we got a lot of these. Not a lot that was very successful. So all these 5s. 3 with 11. Not too interested in these. 9s. A bunch of 9s. Not really interested in 9s right now. Let's see if any of them are good stats though. Not really. This one kind of interests me. I could use that somewhere. Another Rai character? Yeah, I'm excited for that Rai character. First order lifter would be great. I have been wanting an SOKR lifter for a very long time, so I'm personally excited for it. Hey, look at this guy. This little guy. A 15, a 14 health with health. Look at that. That's good. 13, 13, 12, 12, 11s. All right, let's flip this. All these disappointments. Let's go back. Slice you. Defense, of course. Of course. Place you, come on. Offense, I'll take it. I'll take that to the bank. Alright, let's see. Work A's. Select all these. 11. Wow, that's a good amount of stuff right there. 17s, some 15s, some 15s, some 14s. This one's good. I would like to work that one. So I have a lot of stuff here that reaches my speed thresholds to be kept. Crit chance, maybe I'll use them. Alright, so I think I have enough to 6 dot. You had Gridden join your guild? I did see that he returned. I did see. Alright, so there was some characters I wanted to work on their mods specifically, because all these are like good, right? I have a ton of mods that have the potential to be taken to 6 dots. Doesn't mean I'm gonna take them to 6 dots right now. This one's good too, because I need some of these. I think there was a character I wanted to work on his mods first. And I think I'm gonna do that this week, so I can, all these are good, and I would like to keep them. But I remember, I think I wanted to work on this guy, because his mods are, because there's 2 characters that I could work. So these mods all have the potential to be worked. This one's like whatever, but these I think are the ones that I'm gonna take to 6 dot today. And then I'll save those other 5A ones, or yeah, 5A ones, because this week I had a ton that are like hit the speed thresholds, but I can only take up like 4. So I'll work these. 16. Not what I wanted, but protection's not bad. Okay, that's good. Protection, okay. Not exactly what I'm looking for here, but this is fine. Let's calibrate this. As good as chances we're gonna get for calibration speed. There you go. So come on, baby. 26, I'll take that. So look at this. This is like an excellent JML mod. Let's visit JML real quick. But look at that. Look at that. 26, 11.7% protection. I want to say I probably have like 13% protection on my JML. But this is an excellent mod right there. Excellent. Protection. Are we doing it again, guys? Tenacity. Ooh, which one do I... I'll do the protection, actually. Because if I hit tenacity, then I can have a pretty good chance to protection. Ooh. 4.6. Discard those changes. Let's do it one more time. I may just leave this at 16. Health. Man. What do I want? Just discard these. Yeah, this is just like a 16 speed mod. I'll hit it one time. Tenacity, whatever. Alright, what speed are you now? 332? That's okay. I would have liked this one to work out, but that's decent mods. 332 is okay. But I'm happy with this one. Happy with what I got here today. Let's look at JMLs real quick. Speed, protection percent. Oh, not protection. JML, what do you have? 10% protection. But this has potency too. Yeah, sure. What do you have, Ash? What do you have? You unlocked Starkiller? Nice. 3 Amis? That's a little too much, I think. Should I do it, guys? Should I give this to JML? This is a really good mod. Excellent mod. I have a bunch of, believe it or not, I have a ton of protection mods, diamonds. It's only 2% potency, but he's fine. Like, I don't think I need the 7, but I don't want to slow down, because right now my resistance isn't giving me any holds. Like, I literally invested in the resistance and it's done nothing for me. Not a single hold for this Zori team. And I think it's because my resistance hero Finn was slow. And 332 is okay now, right? But never gotten a hold. Literally never. Oh. I don't know. How much plus speed does he have? 149. How much does Dash have? because I was playing around with the idea of switching out his and Dash's mod. 157. I don't know. Like, my Dash is very fast. But I really only use him in 3s. Yeah, people just full-on counter it, Dr. Wiley. I would show you, but then that would spoil my Grand Arena that I'm going to release later on today. So, I don't want to do that. Alright, so that's the mod work. Alright, so I guess we're in review land, right? Well, it's not really a waste because I already have the investment, and my question was, or my thought process is, should I just like change his and Dash's mod? Because I use Resistance Hero Finn in 3s and 5s, where I only use Dash really in 3s, so I don't know. But I'm fine with this, like 332, maybe I'll catch someone off guard. I don't know. But that's still a good amount of speed, so we'll see. It's not like blazing fast, but they would be hard pressed to even counter like an Imperial Troopers, because most people have like faster than that Imperial Troopers. Yeah, but it's really hard to get that resistance team faster than an Imperial Trooper team, I think. Really hard. So we'll see. Yeah. So yeah. So 35 speed. They could always low man. Go in with 4. That's a pretty good trick they could probably do. Just not even take the 5th man, and then they lose that 35 speed. Something to think about. But Imperial Troopers gain 20. So yeah, 35. Let's see. Is this one? Hey, thanks for subscribing, Thunderfist. I do appreciate it. So 35. So yeah, 367 is what his speed would be. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So maybe he'll get holds now, or maybe they'll get holds. We'll see. Not too worried about it. I would enjoy if I would get a hold from them. That's it. Like at least one hold, please. All right. But it's been not. And I didn't expect, because these guys I'm playing have everything. So when you have everything, you can always overkill. Even though my front wall defense is like pretty good now. It's not bad. So I have a Leia, a JMK, a Resistance Zori, a Beck, and a Qui-Gon here. So it's not bad, right? Like this front wall. The last few matches, I've gotten like 4 holds on JMK each round. I've gotten like 4 holds on JMK, and then at least 2 on Leia. So that's been getting me holds. I haven't been getting any holds here, to be completely honest. I would like some holds, but no real holds here. But yeah, like this team has been doing well. Do you know what is really good for countering Leia's? Quadme. Like, even though Queen Amidala is a... Hey Crinkerson, how's it going? Even though Queen Amidala is a premium defense, and there's only a few things that like really counters the Queen Amidala team, like Queen Amidala still beats Leia right now. So yeah, like I think it's worth bringing them on offense as a Leia killer. because not a lot is beating Leia right now. She's actually pretty tough. Like with the way Datacrons are in 3v3. Yeah, there's not a lot that's like beating these things. So, man, I do want to see what my opponents have been throwing at this JMK, because they get through it. It just takes a while. I'm doing well. Doing well. All right, so let's Astra. Are you still here? Let's bring up your donation thing. See what you said. Shouldn't get a lifter yet? Like SOKR has been out for a while. It's just the reason he does what he needs him, or what we need him to do, is because his kit is like universally good, and it like ramps really quickly, and you can out ramp any amount of survivability. Like there is no like survivability that can out ramp in SOKR, and we can always lift them with like armor or Watt, and he works with like just dark side as his kit. So yeah, he's universally really strong, but I still think a lifter is good. Alright, let's go to... did you want to stay in chat, or you're welcome to join my Discord and jump into a chat with me if you want to. Well, yeah, a Amountaingoat. That's what I was saying, having the latest and greatest with the strong Datacrons is very, very strong. So yeah, of course the newest release with their Datacron. I do want to see how good they are once that Datacron is gone. But you know. So let's see what you said. So here, let me hit this again so I can read everything that you said. All right, working on finishing up JML Rex. Aside from that, open to ideas for rounding out what I currently have. Okay. Yeah. So if you can, give me a second, and then let's see what you got. I wish there was a better way of doing this. Or if you don't mind, could you drop your ally code in the chat? Because this thing is really annoying as far as how it what do you call it? Oh, I got it. It's right here. Never mind. All right, so finishing up JML. Liam Astra, how are you doing, dude? It didn't even click until the because usually your name is Liam Astra in Discord, so yeah, it makes sense that you would have only one of them on here. All right, so let's see what you got. So you're 7.8 million GP right now. Okay, yeah, no worries. 4.4 in characters, 3.3 in ships. A year, 2 years. 2 years time played. Just a little over 2 years. 2 years and some change. So you did invest into the punishing one, which is good. Still Relic 8 Piet, which I don't know how you're doing in the mirrors. How's the mirrors going with this? Are you still able to climb? I hear the mirrors just aren't good. So it's rough. So in Grand Arena, I've been using First Order to blow this thing up, the punishing one, and then I'll come in with like Malevolence or something and clean it up. So that's the plan. It doesn't always work out, but that's what I got. I could always use Profundity to clean it up, but right now the most reliable counter I have for Leviathan is the Profundity. So that's what I've been doing. Profundity against Leviathan, 2-shot the Executor. Okay. Well, that's good. Because that's the biggest thing. If you're investing in your fleets, you gotta maintain that. So this fleet is still good. You can use it to beat with the Chimera. It sucks because normally you would have like a Leviathan counter here, but you don't anymore. But I still think the TIE Defender is worth investing in more, because you can still use this to beat like negotiators. It's still really good. So hey Rowen, there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can get a free review in my Discord. So if you go in the link in the description, there's a free review section there where you can put it in. It is by random, so I don't know how long it could take a while. But if you want to donate more than $5 in the donation link in the description, then you can get one today. But that's the free review way, and then the if you want a premium one, that's the way to do it. But this is still a good fleet. I'm not saying you need to prioritize it right now, but I would continue working on the stars on all your ships, because even though the meta right now is pretty horrible, like you just got to do what you got to do. You know, you got to continue farming all the ships as best you can, so that you can continue to kind of like, there's only so many ships in the game, and I would love, and even with me who has like all the ships, it's still hard. Yeah. All right, so JML. So obviously after you finish JML, you're going to have to go for Jabba. Like that, I feel like that is the obvious choice, right? You go, where are you at with your Mon Mothma? Where's she at? Where's she at? Oh, here she is. Hey SWGOH, how's it going, dude? How far are you from Hut Cartel? Why not just go for Jabba? That's my question to you is, why not just go immediately for Jabba? What's holding you back from going from Jabba? Because if you go for Jabba right now, you could always loop back and finish JML after Jabba. And I'm telling you, having Jabba is much better than having a JML. Like JML at R7 is kind of like, he's okay. You have to R9 him to make him do amazing things, but Jabba out of the box can do amazing things, and you get Smuggler's Run too. So what's stopping you from going Jabba compared to JML? I don't stream much nowadays. So what I did is I stopped streaming Grand Arenas for the most part, SWGOH. It's not just my work. I've been busy. Okay, so you're still pretty far away, because hear me out, right? Mon Mothma, you still need the stars. Is she gear 11? What gear is she? Because she's like 500 Chirotech on her own. Plus, you have JML, who's 700 Chirotech. So that's 1200 Chirotech that you can put towards Jabba instead of that. Like, you got to finish Chupio anyways, because I do recommend getting your CLS at least to like... Yeah, so you can do what you want. If you want to go for Mon Mothma and then JML, go ahead. Yeah. So You should also be side farming Jabba though, at least. So that way when you finish JML, you can go into Jabba. And then I still think it's worth getting the profundity. So if you go like JML Jabba profundity, that would probably synergize really well. Rogue One is a really great team, like on the ground, like Rogue One in itself, amazing team. So with Radis, it's a great team. Like you won't regret having it, but I would say I would do that. But you should also be side farming the Imperial Remnant. So it doesn't look like you're farming these shards right now, but they should be on your list, like slow farming Captain Enoch, Death Trooper Peridia, Night Trooper. So the new assault battle isn't going anywhere. And once you slow farm these guys and you have them at 7 stars, then I would recommend going into that. So I think by the time you finish JML and Jabba, you could be shard farmed for GL Ahsoka, and then you can go for that farm. I think is probably the best thing that you can do for your account right now. So that's what I would recommend, like JML Jabba back to back, side farm the Imperial Remnant right now. Make sure you don't have to like double farm them. It's going to take a bit, it's going to take some time, but by the time you finish shard farming that farm, you can go into GL Ahsoka, and I promise you she's going to be worth the effort is what I would do with this account. Like, but I do always say farm Jabba before JML. You're pretty much right there, so go ahead, farm JML, go Jabba, slow farm like single shard farm GL Ahsoka requirements right now, and then get that Imperial Remnant up. That assault battles are going to be worth it, I think. So it sucks, right, that they're making the changes, but you can either like you can accept the game is changing and start making those changes in your playstyle, or you can continue doing what we have been doing, and then you're going to be left behind. And I do think those new assault battles, they're pushing us towards new content, and we have to at least engage in it. And it'll be a year before they're accelerated, right? So you can have them shard farmed way before then, invest in them after you're done with Jabba, and then get GL Ahsoka. And I think that will be a great thing for your account is what I would do. So start, even though you're a little behind, it's fine, but start shard farming them. I would say this, when you farm, because what does JMK give you, right? And this is why JMK was like my 5th GL, is because JMK doesn't give you anything. And while you may be shard farmed isn't that big of a deal. So I would say if for some reason you can't shard farm in time for GL Ahsoka, I would much rather for your account have, because you're already getting you're getting the rewards from Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon. So I think you've seen how strong those new assault battles are. I'm not saying you need to take the Peridia crew to like R9, but R7 them is still really good. So I would say overall, I wouldn't prioritize JMK over GL Ahsoka. If you were like farming, if you had Jabba right now, like, hey, I'm gonna farm Jabba in 2 weeks, and I would say, yeah, farm JMK in the meantime while you shard farm for GL Ahsoka. But you're not ready either way, and your priority needs to be JML, Jabba, shard farming, continue your shard farm, and if you feel like your shard farm is close enough, then I would finish off the Peridia crew and GL Ahsoka. If you feel like you can farm JMK before your shard farm is done for Ahsoka, then go ahead and do that. But JMK doesn't give you any more resources. He does shore up your fleets, so you already have Relic 7 on Malevolence, but it takes your General Kenobi to Relic 8, which is great. And while I do love JMK as a character and as a team, I would not prioritize him over something that gives me as good as resources as a new assault battle. Plus GL Ahsoka is going to be with the new raid, more than likely. Plus her requirements more than likely are going to be in the new raid. So you might as well start getting ready for those changes that are coming. And if those people that aren't farming the shards are getting ready for Ahsoka, I think they're going to be hurting for this new raid, because I don't know what flexibility we have. But if it's all like new stuff like Balin's Skull and the Spectre and Mercenary tags, then they're going to be hurting if they don't have the latest and greatest. So something to think about. You do have Merrick, which is really weird. All right, but either way, so I think getting ready for that sooner rather than later is going to be good. Yeah, I am very thorough with my reviews, Rowen. So that's what I would recommend. Let's look at your mods real quick. This is good speed, decent health. Really good damage. Wow, this is nice damage. I really like your SLKR. I would love if you could like squeeze just a little bit of extra speed in there. Maybe some like here, you know, or somewhere. I would love if you can just here. This is where I would do it. So I would change this square, and I would get a new, I don't care about the health or the flat offense. Compared, if you can get like a 25 plus speed square here, that would really like round off your SLKR, get them to above 580. But the offense percent, or here, even if you can find one with like offense percent, this is like this is a great example of a mod that you don't want on a GL, right? So it's good speed, but look at these flat stats, like flat health, flat defense, flat offense. You want, like, the speed is good, but if you can find one that's like comparable in speed, but you want like percent stuff, you want offense percent here, so you can juice up SLKR even more. This is fine, that's good. This is okay, like this is health. I do like offense percent here, so you can juice up his offense a little more. Because he's R8, like his offense is naturally good, but I think you could juice him up a little more. So nothing you need to do right now as far as like changes, but as you build more mods into your account, if you find replacements for like this circle or this this diamond or this square, then replace them. But like this, even this is good. I wouldn't replace this. That's like, that could be his mod for forever. But this I could see you replacing with something that has like offense percent in it. And this is good. So I don't think you're gonna find a replacement here, like really high offense percent and flat offense. So this is perfect. So yeah, but good mods overall. I like your SLKR. This is okay. She's R8, and this R8 is doing all the heavy lifting for your Ray. Yeah, so as you can see here, the stats they're not exactly what you want, but they're okay. So you have like, you could find a lot better for the stuff like this. You want like fatty offense percent here, and we're not seeing any fatty offense percent anywhere. You're just kind of like, what you're doing is you R8 her, so, and you're using the primaries to kind of like hit the bare minimums, but like you could do much better than this if you found better mods for her, right? Like she could do with a little more speed. The health primaries are great, but you need like offense percent here if you're going to go with like health percent, because if you have her at R8, you can easily hit like 12k damage or something with maintaining that health if you found the right mods. So you do want to, again, nothing you need to change immediately because her thresholds are there, but as you build more mods, you want to look at those. This is good. A little weird that she's your fastest character. I wouldn't I wouldn't particularly have Seventh Sister as my fastest character. I do like all my Inquisitors to be about 300 speed. This is fine. But I do like I would like better mods on Grand Inquisitor. Like, he wants a crit damage here, he wants offense here. So Grand Inquisitor is like the damage of the team, and you want him to have good mods. So having him modded with correct primaries and sets are important. So you want offense here, you want crit damage here. He doesn't need tenacity, he doesn't need protection. It's $5, Rowen. Any donation over $5 will get you a review. So I would get his mods, like, cause he's an important character, right? Like, he's a very good character. I like crit damage on Third Sister. She is a tank, but her damage is like fatty damage. I think a health primary on her too. So I go with, yeah, because if you see her health, her stats are like a little low, and she's relic 8. But you want like health percent here, you want crit damage here. Health or offense is fine here, but believe it or not, she hits really hard. This is really slow, but I wouldn't have created these mods, but you know, it is what it is. 276, a little slow. Damage is okay. So right now I don't have any other premium reviews. So if you donated, you would be next. All right, so yeah, these mods are good. Health. You want offense here. So you want him to deal damage. You want him to deal as much damage as possible. Like, this would be something that's like okay for R2D2 or something, but, or anyway, it's health with decent speed, but I wouldn't have him here on R2. Let's look. I don't like this. You over-invested in this. You over-invested in this. Hey, Anastasia Jenkins, just chill out, dude. You don't have to talk in all caps. I would not 6-dot this. This is good. This is good. I would continue working this. I would try to hit this speed here, and then if you can, the more potency you can hit here is better. You can continue working this. You want all this is good. I would calibrate anything that hit crit chance, but I would see you taking this to like 6A. That would be good. This is not worth working, so you'll have to replace this. You'll have to replace this. You over invested in this. This is like a good stopgap, but this shouldn't be your forever mod. I wouldn't have invested in this, but it's too late. So, yeah. So I would have not, like, these are okay, but not great. If these are like, this one has really high potential, so I like this one a lot, right? But the rest of them are really lackluster. Like, this one's okay too. Like, this one's okay. This one's good. This one I don't like all that much, but you can use it for a little while. Yeah. Yeah. Chill out with that caps lock button, dude. Just talk like a normal person. No need to yell. No need to yell. Let's just chill out. Have a nice coffee. Yeah, no need to yell. Maybe your caps lock button is broken. Yeah. But they're okay. So the big thing is, like, GLs want secondary stats too. They're so stat hungry, so you want to keep decent stats on them. I wouldn't go for offense here. Hey, Lee J. Dunn. There's two ways. Man, I'm gonna say, Anna, you need to chill out with the caps lock, dude. So as far as a roster review, there's two ways you can do it. So free roster reviews are here. So you can submit in my roster reviews for free. Or if in the description there's a donation link, you can donate more than $5 and then that'll get you a premium review. If you submit for a free one, then it's done through a wheel and it's like a random spinning wheel thing. But for this, I would probably change this one with, I would change that one on Savage with Padawan Obi-Wan. So I would give this to Savage and then put this one on Padawan Obi-Wan is what I would do, because you want offense percent on Padawan Obi-Wan. Savage, you want health percent. If you're going with 5 dot mods, just give them a protection primary. So if you have 6 dot mods on Savage, give them a health primary. If they're 5 dot mods, give them a protection primary. Don't do crit chance here, do crit damage. So crit damage, even a 5 dot crit damage mod does a lot for him. So this is a really good mod. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. Just do crit damage over here. Crit damage, switch this one with Padawan Obi-Wan, do protection primary here, and he'll perform a lot better for you. All right, I got you, Rowen. So I will take like a quick 2-minute break because I have to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking my coffee. But I'd recommend doing that. Otherwise, your mods are fine. Speeds are okay. I would maybe slow down Seventh Sister. I would like to see a little faster. Like your Piet could be a little faster. Your Mara Jade could be a lot faster. I like her around like 330. She really is important. Seventh Sister, while good, as long as they're like 300 plus, 315 or something, is fine for these guys. So you do want to get your Inquisitors a little faster if you can. But overall, not bad mods. Yeah, this is good. Good mods on your. And then you're investing in bad mods is what I noticed. Like you do over invest in slow mods. So I would say follow my speed thresholds for my mod guides, and that'll help you a lot more for your mods. And then you'll have to like work on Leia's mods whenever you get Jabba. All right, so that's what I would recommend. I would work on Grand Inquisitors mods. I think Inquisitors are important for your account, and getting Grand Inquisitor the correct mod sets, even at 5 dots, would really help. Like protection primary, crit damage here, and then yeah, just like give him 6 dot mods as soon as you can. Like he's a very good character. You want him to be your damage. So I'm gonna quick run to the bathroom, and then we're gonna do Rowen's next. So be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so Rowen, let's see what you posted here. and see what your account has to offer. Rowen. See what you said. All right, returning after 2 years, trying to be competitive again, farming Java and Profundity, working on mods 24/7. Missed a lot of Conquest characters, very far from team lifters, been solo Malgus Bane. Try to get ahead in fleet again with the Punishing One and Executor. Also finished Star Killer, focusing on Datacrons. What else should you do? All right, so let's see what you got. So 7.6 million GP, 4.4 in characters, 3.1 in ships, 20,000 galactic war battles. It's a lot of time played, like 4.5 years. So Executor with a Punishing One. That's good. You at least have relics on your pilots. Also good. Music is a bit loud. You think so? Here, turn that down a little bit. Okay. My volume turned up, and it's turned up a little bit. There. That better? Turned it down just a little. Miss Scoozy. Alright, so farm your ships. You're still missing, it looks like you're missing a good amount of ships. So I would farm all the ships that you're missing. Like, continue to farm all them. You'll need them all. You don't have the Marauder. You're missing a good amount of Rebel ones. So believe it or not, there are a lot of Rebel like, you don't have the Outrider. Yeah, so farm all your ships. Like, you need to farm your ships. Prioritize the fleets that you're going for first. So it sounds like you're going for Profundity. I think Profundity is good. Also, Mark 6, the Mark 6 ship is really good. So right now you said you're farming. If you have the Profundity with the Mark 6 Sith ship, that makes countering Leviathans a lot easier. So I can counter Leviathans just using the plain old Rebel farms. I think I use like Cassian's U-Wing as the first reinforcement, and then that's it. But if you farm your Profundity, you're going to want the Mark 6, because the Mark 6 ship makes the counter a lot easier, because the big thing with Profundity is tenacity up. So you want to block the Leviathan from doing debuffs on your characters, and what that does is, when you have tenacity up, you can't be debuffed, so you can attack into the bomber as much as you want. You won't get any bombs, and then you can beat the Leviathan to ult, and as long as you have like at least Han's Millennium Falcon and your ult, you will be able to win. So what this Mark 6 does, the Sith ship, is you'll use it as your first reinforcement, and then you use tenacity up on the Outrider. First reinforcement, Mark 6, he uses his AoE, and that puts another round of tenacity up, and then you can get back to the Outrider and then use his tenacity up, and that way you're having the Leviathan isn't able to put any debuffs out there for the most part, and then you can beat them to the ult, is the way that counter works. You can also do it just with the Outrider, but the Mark 6 does make it a lot better. So if you're going for Jabba into Profundity, you're going to want that Mark 6. It's the, if you don't know which one I'm talking about, because I just keep saying the name, it's the Sith Trooper's ship, like his ship. You'll want that. So Rowen, you want all the ships. Like, there's all the ships in the game you're not just missing that one. You're missing a lot of ships actually. You're missing Sith ships. You're missing the I wasn't just talking about rebels. I was talking all the ships. Like farm every single ship in the game is what I'm saying. You don't want to not farm your ships. Like this is okay. I would get the relics up a little, at least relic 3. At least relic 3. Oh, Sith Empire one? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the TIE Dagger, right? Sith Empire. Sith Empire Trooper ship. That's the one I was thinking of. So his ship is really good. So if you have the Profundity, if you have his ship, the Sith Empire Trooper ship, then that makes the counter a lot more reliable. So you'll want to get it. You'll want to get that up and running as soon as you can if you're going for the Profundity. Again, it's not necessary. Like I do it in Grand Arena and counter it, but you do want it. Because I'll show you here. Sorry, I turned off the music for a second. Oh, let me find it. Oh, here, I know where it's at. Streaming. What was yesterday? 11/16? Raw, okay. Here. I'll just make this 2 times. But this is how the Profundity counters it. Essentially, you're going to do that. You're going to get tenacity up. And then you're going to attack, just try to get as many. It doesn't matter who you attack, honestly, because you're just trying to get to ult. And you're going to attack into anyone who doesn't have crit damage up. And see, I still attacked the bomber there because he had tenacity up. Now we don't have tenacity up, so I'm trying to avoid attacking that bomber. And then Cassian Ewing dispels the debuffs and then killed that TIE Dagger. From here, I have to do what I can to loop around and get my ult as fast as possible. But if I would have had the Mark 6 here starting, then I could have, and see that's tenacity up right there again. But if I would have had the Mark, and everyone has, there's nothing I could do here really because everyone has days. Which was really annoying. So yeah, but at this point, I'm just trying to get to ult while minimizing the amount of debuffs I have on my team. So I got to ult there. The Leviathan is not going to go faster than my Profundity. I ult, and then now I won pretty much. So there's nothing they can do here to beat me, and that's how you win with Leviathan. And this is a good Leviathan. That's not a bad Leviathan. That's a fully fleshed out Leviathan right there with the TIE Dagger starting, which is the strongest starting one that's there. So you want that. You want the Profundity, because right now the Profundity on offense is probably the best offensive ship you can bring, and still leave the what do you call it? You can still leave Leviathan and Executor with punishing one on defense. So Profundity, and that was without the Mark 6. The Mark 6, it's not a priority. Just side farm it when you're farming your Profundity, because you're not going to have the Leviathan for a long time. Because if you have the Leviathan, the Mark 6 ship goes with the Leviathan, like it has to. But if you don't have Leviathan, then that makes your Leviathan counter that much more reliable. So it's a really good ship. So after you farm Jabba, you can go, if you want to, you can go JML into Profundity, and that's a really quick farm, because once you have JML already. So after you have Jabba, go into Profundity, farm that Mark 6 ship, and that's gonna allow you to beat Leviathans. So you can set your Executor with punishing one on defense and hope it holds, and then you can take your Profundity and counter Leviathans. Yeah, so I have even in my shard, I have a guy who uses the Profundity all the time against our Leviathans. So if you have the, like I said, if you have that Mark 6 ship, it's very reliable, and at least you're going to be able to punch up into like the top. Like, people will attack you because a Profundity is a huge target for Executors with punishing one, because it's an easy win. Same thing as Leviathans, like I can just hit auto, like literally start the match, hit auto, and I will win. So you're going to get attacked, but you're going to be able to climb. And as long as you're number 26 in Fleet Arena when you start the day, you can still climb to first. So yeah. All right, let's so that's what I would Jabba, Profundity, finish your Mark 6. Side farm your bros. Where are they at? Where are the bros at? You don't have them whatsoever. Not whatsoever. So the Poncho Bros, so Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, they're a very good farm. You're gonna want them at least R7. So you can do it as soon as you want, but I would probably prioritize Jabba, Profundity, Poncho Bros, so Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, get them to R7, because it's 2 characters. You get a ton of resources from that assault battle. You can also slot them into any Galactic Republic team. They can fall under Padme, they can go under Qui-Gon Jinn, they can go under JMK. You can, once you get Queen Amidala, they'll go there. But very good 2 characters. So once you finish Profundity, you'll finish that, and then when you start getting more bandwidth, you're going to want to start farming those Imperial Remnant 3 characters, so the Enoch teams. So you're going to want that probably for the new raid. Also, they have a really good assault battle. So as you get more bandwidth to start, even though they're single shard farms, once you finish your Jabba, Profundity, go all in on Poncho Bros and then Imperial Remnant to get that, and then start pushing towards GL Ahsoka is what I would recommend, because sooner or later everyone's going to need to farm her. I do think she's going to be ridiculously strong, and the sooner everyone starts farming her, the better it's going to be for everyone. And that's probably the best thing that you can do for your account, is start doing those things. Yeah, so yeah, Jabba, Profundity, the new assault battles pretty much is what you need to do. All right, let's look at your mods. 580 on JMK, that's a really fast JMK. Good mods on JMK. This sucks. So Relic 8 on JML is kind of a waste. So good speeds, like excellent speeds overall. Good stats, but the problem is you want a little more protection here, and potency if you can. But the problem is, unless he's Relic 9, he's not really great. So, but the other problem is there's other Relic 9s that are more important right now. A lot more important. So JML is, you miss the time to Relic 9 them, so you're just gonna have a Relic 8 for a while. If they do release an SLKR bundle, I would recommend you purchase it for his ships. Yeah, I would recommend that. So if they come out with another SLKR bundle, I would recommend you buy, or BB-8 or whatever. You can, after you finish Jabba and Profundity, you can just go all in on SLKR at any point if you wanted to get him. So you can just slot him in wherever if they come in with a bundle, because that's a really quick farm. It's like 2 Relic 7s, so maybe 3. So if you get the option of, if they release the SOKR bundles, then you can go ahead and slot that before Jabba or Profundity if you wanted to. So if they do release it, feel free to go all in on SOKR. Yeah. So I would not recommend, I wouldn't waste any R9s unless they're on requirements right now. Right now, focus your R9s on requirements. So that's Profundity, Leviathan, GL Soka. So if you have all those, then go ahead and give your R9s to whoever you want. I would honestly recommend you stop R8ing your GLs too. R7 is fine for right now until you get more stuff. You want as much stuff as you can. R7 is perfectly fine. So stop R9ing things. I would recommend like R7 on things like Ahsoka. You're gonna have to take her to R9 soon anyways, but actually you can just wait until GL Ahsoka you start farming her. But yeah, I would recommend holding off on that. All right, so Ray, I would like to see a little more health here. So usually what you can do is you do like a health primary with like fatty offense percent secondary. So if you replace this one with one that had like fatty offense percent, and then one of these that has also like health percent with like fatty offense percent, I would like to see that. So if you had to, I would keep this one because at least it has like some health percent and flat offense. But something like this maybe could be replaced, or definitely something like this. But I would like to see more health. Like you have no health percent here, a little bit here, but her health is just a little low, and I would like to see more. But her damage is really good too. But I would like to see more. Your C is fine. Your C is good. All right. 359 is okay for GL or for Ahsoka. 358 is actually really good for Mara Jade. 335. So your speeds are kind of falling off, but 335 is still good. 334 is a little fast for Jedi Knight Revan. Same thing as Watt. 326 is too fast for Watt. He doesn't need this much speed, so you can give his speed to someone else. 314, I would recommend giving Poe's. Let's look at your so Poe shouldn't be your fastest because you do have Zori, so you want Finn to be your fastest. So switch the set for Resistance Hero Finn, give him the faster set, and then give this set to Poe. Should be like Resistance Hero Poe should have that damage set. So this is fine, but you can switch these sets. So give Poe the offense one, give this one to Resistance Hero Finn, and make him the fastest on your team. And that starts the Resistance team going with the Zori. So I would recommend changing that. So switch those mods. So 312 for Basilisk Sean Fallen. Gideon, I would like to see you make either your Piet or Gideon faster. BB-8 has no business being this fast, so yeah. So I would reprioritize some of these mods to what your important characters are. Give this mod to someone else. Give Wampa health. So give Wampa health here. So Wampa wants health. Health here too. So you have Wampa low health, so you want as much health as you can. So this is fine. This is fine. This needs to change to health. This is a really good mod. You can give that to someone else. And then this is a good mod. You can give it to someone else. Just give Wampa health primary here. Wampa doesn't have to be too fast because she gets a lot of health, or she gets a lot of turn meter in her kit. So I would change those to health primaries on the triangle and the arrow. This is a really old way of modding CLS. I would look at your rebels, how they're modded, but you want a tenacity, like you want all tenacity here. You want offense and tenacity here. You want same thing Chupio, offense and tenacity here, how you have them modded. And then where are you at? Han. Donde estás? Oh, here he is. Han, this is, you don't want health here, you want crit chance. So you just want, yeah, I guess this is fine. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I would mod him. It's fine. So yeah, I would remod these. You can repurpose those mods, but Chewbacca wants all tenacity. CLS wants like offense. So offense here is fine, but you need to change the primary. This needs to be crit damage and then an offense and a tenacity set, because it changed because Chewpio shares, hey Rai Rok, Chewpio shares CLS's stats, and then you want Chewbacca to be chock full of tenacity, and he's going to get more tenacity from CLS so that the team is really tenacious. It can't be, and then it just counters everyone to death, and you assist and you can't control them, and that's how the team works. So that's what you want. Mini Captain sleeping. Yeah, so I would change some of your mods, reprioritize your mods. If you go on swgoh.gg, you'll see the mod priorities, and you'll see how to mod all these characters. Captain Rex isn't too big of a deal. When you farm Leia, you'll get him, and that'll give you the Phoenix team. So yeah, so that's what I would recommend for your mods. And your farming priority, I would remod your stuff. Continue farming all your ships. Yeah. That's what I got for you. All my advices. But I would reprioritize your mods to be on different characters. Yeah, good account. Not bad. Finish Jabba as soon as you can. Yeah, but those are like an older way to mod CLS. Alright, let's see. Let's go and look at, let's update my list, my wheel, interact with this thing. Oh, someone said something. Is Starkiller fine? I didn't look at Starkiller, did I? Where are you at? Starkiller is pretty easy. The mods that you would think he wants, you should have. Offense, protection, crit damage. So this should be health primary here. So you want to change that. This is a really good mod, just not for Starkiller. You still want him to have health percent, because when he pulls it out of the sky like he does. But yeah, his stats are fine. The thing is his relics are low, so his damage is a little weak. So a character like Starkiller, really good characters, like key characters, I relic 7 them. So I relic 7 like Ahsoka, I relic 7 Starkiller. Yeah, but yeah, you definitely want to remod these guys. Remod your characters. Savage, health. So what you can do is you can give this to Wampa and give a crit damage triangle to Savage, and that'll make him bitter. So give Wampa this one, and then actually just switch Wampas and Savages, and that's perfectly fine. So that's all you would have to do. And then you would still have to get a health primary for Wampa, but you know, if you wanted to, if you didn't have another one, you can give this one to Wampa and give Savage like a speed arrow. It's not like ideal, but still okay. So if you want, you can switch these for Wampa. Probably be okay. But a health primary is still really good for Savage if you can swing it. But if you can't, then you know, you can do that. Alright, let's go open up my list. Framing thumbnails? No. Maybe if you want to, just remod your stuff and see what if you can. It just depends on what you got. Alright, let's go Alex. 3, 2. 854 685. Alright, let me just update the wheel list real quick and then we'll jump into some free roster reviews. Shuffle. Here, let's add in some GAC reviews today. Alright, let's shuffle these. Shuffle. Hit this button right here to hide all the stuff. Bring the wheel up there. There you go. Alright. Do that. Hit that wheel. Yeah, I'm doing roster reviews, dark previous. So I'm doing after this one, I'll do one more free one, and then if there's any more premium reviews, I'll do those premium ones. But yeah, so TMAC. I gotta sneeze. Miscusi. 731 177 699. Do this. And get this going so it's time-stamped for him. It's, what was the name? TMAC Anik. There you go. Cool. No. So Rowen's was a premium one. So this one is a wheel. So if you aren't on the wheel, go ahead and submit for a free roster review. I do update the wheel every time I spin it. So if you add your name in now before I finish this one, then I'll add you to the wheel. But Rowen's was a premium one, so yeah. But if anyone donates more than $5, then they'll get a premium review. Otherwise, you can put your name on the old wheel list. All right, so mini TMAC Anik with the Rura Pentha Academy. Not too great with the fleet currency here. 5.3 galactic power, 3.2 in characters, 2 million in chips. So usually I like to see closer as far as like even until you start hitting around like 3.5, 4 million GP. It's hard to keep up ships in line with your characters, but I like to see more of a balanced 10,000 galactic war battles. So I've been playing for 2.5 years. So really super duper lackluster fleet investment. And that's what I was saying, like when I like to see a balance, because if you look at it, right, 2.5 years time played, we have a negotiator and a malevolence, not even 7-star. We have no empire, no first order, no resistance, no GL ship. So there's almost, this player almost in its entirety ignores fleets. Look at this houndstooth. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. 6-star Bosk. Oh man. Look at this. It's a travesty, a shame. A shame. So this guy, you need to work on your fleets. Like, you have some good stuff here, right? Like, you have JMK, you have Leia, 2 excellent GLs. No Jabba, which I would hope before Leia or JMK you would have Jabba. So see how you're probably close on Jabba. I see some Jabba-esque things here. So you got Bush Leia, Embo. All right. You bought the Bounty Hunter pack, so you have Aura Singh, Fennec Shand. Look at your Jedi. You have Jedi Knight Luke. No Poncho Bros. No Jedi Knight Luke. So, alright. This guy. Jedi Knight Luke, Jabba, Profundity is what this account needs to do. And then Poncho Bros whenever they get a chance. So whenever they feel like it, they can get the Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon up and running. But like mod priorities, Jabba. Poncho Bros also gives good income. But this is I don't like the priorities here. Like ships, you need to start farming your ships. 100%. So I would recommend, yeah, Jabba, Profundity. Profundity is going to give you a way to climb, because Profundity, it will struggle against Executor, but hopefully by the time you finish your Profundity, or they'll have like a lifter, and that will allow it to beat like Punishing One Executors. I see that you have some investment into your Executor, but not a lot. So if you wanted to go like Executor into Jabba into Profundity, that's also fine. But you need to start getting these things. I don't know what your priorities are, but I feel like they're wiggity whack. You know what I mean? So I would prioritize those farms, like fleet income. So whatever you go with, Profundity, Executor, whatever one you want is fine. Also, you need to farm Jabba. So whatever order you want to farm those three, farm them. But I would Executor, Profundity, you should be able to beat mostly every fleet in the game. But this is missing a lot of holes. And while 2.5 years, 5 million GP. Well, these are good GLs. Like Leia is a good GL, JMK is a very good. So these GLs are very good. I'm not a big fan of gas, as you all know. But this is like, yeah. So CLS, finish your CLS, Jedi Knight Luke, Jabba, Executor, Profundity, or Profundity, Executor. Or 2025 fleet, like finish a first level like Profundity, and then 2025 fleet would probably be okay. But your fleet's super lackluster. You need to fix on that. You need to fix that. Get Jabba up and running. You probably could take advantage of these lightspeed bundles that if they come out, the resistance and first order ones may help you out. So if you are willing to buy lightspeed bundles, then those are good lightspeed bundles. If they come back out, if you bought them, would probably be good for your account. But yeah, that's 100%. He needs to get Jabba up and running. Pretty slow, JMK. Otherwise, stats are fine. I don't like a defensive set on Leia, so I prefer speed and health. Speed and health. So get her speed as close to 560 as possible, and her health is really, really low. Like 100 at Relic 7, 140k should be the benchmark. So not a protection primary, health primary here, health primary here, health primary here, which is good, but this is a defensive set, so you need to take that off. And then speed is fine with health here. So change this, and this to a speed set, and then that's okay. You can change that probably. So that's what I would change here. But your Leia mods need to be changed. 345, still fast. With this could be 6 dot actually. That's like a decent one speed wise. R2D2. So this is not how you want to mod R2D2. R2D2, once you have Leia, needs an offensive and a health set, and then he needs to have health primaries with like fatty speed secondaries, because R2D2 is sharing his stats. So you want as many stats as you can get that can be shared. Like, don't worry about the protection, but the offense is good and the health is good. So you want his health to be ramped, and then he's going to share all that health. So you want to change all these to health primaries here. Health. He's going to get more health based on like all the other rebels that he's with, and then he's going to share all that health. So you can still have a speed arrow, but offense, health set, all health primaries here, as much offense as possible to get his special damage like all the way up. But you need to redo these R2D2 stuff here. So this is fine. He's really slow, but I think that's just like yeah. So this mod should have never been 6-dot. This is like not a very good mod at all. So that should have not been 6-dot. This shouldn't have been 6-dot. So you're 6-dotting some mods that are not good. Maybe that was before you saw my guides, but try to watch my speed threshold guides. It'll tell you if a mod should be upgraded. So you only have 2 characters over 300 speed that are non-GLs. So for 2.5 years. Oh, thanks, Darkness Escapes. I do appreciate it. I did say people need to go out and vote. So yeah, you don't have to vote for me, but I would recommend you guys go out and vote for the gun keys. It's a fun little thing that the community's been kind of like rallying behind. I think it grew much bigger than we thought it was going to. So go out and vote. I think it's a good fun thing we can do, and just have every vote matters, right? Hey, Black Hammer, it's going well. But yeah, mods super lackluster. Jabba's gonna help with that. So yeah, this account needs a lot of work, a ton of work. Like don't get me wrong, a good foundation. If I had this account, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. But this player needs to realize that like ships are important, mods are important. Get Jabba, finish the Poncho Bros, get at least 2 GL ships. So whichever 2 you want, and then continue to get more. And the thing is, accounts like this, they're really hurt by this. Like, because he's been playing for 2.5 years, right? Like, if you look at this account and my account, and I hate comparing accounts, but like I have maybe 9 months or something, maybe 6 months, maybe time played on this account. Like the difference of, you would look at our accounts and be like, I've been playing for years and years and years more than him. But if you look, I have about 6 to 8 months more time played than this account. But I have almost double the GP, and it may be because like I focused on resources. It looks like he's probably bought some Lightspeed bundles. So it's not like, oh, I buy Lightspeed bundles and they don't, because they do buy Lightspeed bundles. But I'm sure that's a big, because I have more Lightspeed bundles than this account. Yeah, so free roster reviews go through my Discord, Black Hammer. So you can go ahead and submit here, and I'll get you added to the list for the review. So if you do it quick, I'm wrapping up this one pretty soon, but I am adding more to this list as we go. So if you add your stuff there, then I can get you added. Yeah, so yeah, but I would say it's the amount of resources this account has that's really hurting it. So like not a focus on assault battles, not focusing on fleet income really does hurt an account in their progression. So I would say this account has some really great stuff in it, but it's progressing at a snail's pace because its income is really low. So I would like to see I would like to see a focus on things that's going to generate more resources, like ships, Java, assault battles is what I want to see more in this account. So Java, Executor or Profundity, preferably both, maybe 2025 fleet if that comes out and this account's positioned to get it. Also focusing on the assault battles like the Poncho Bros, the Peridia one, it would be really good, and slowly farming those shards so that you can farm them when ready. So that's stuff that I would like to see this account to focus in the future. I don't care about if it's going for, if this account's going for like Lord Vader or something. I'm really scared for the progress of this account, but that's what it needs to focus on. Java, ships, assault battles is what needs to happen here. Yeah, but like I was saying, go out, vote for the Gungis, vote for your, there's a lot of different topics and content creators and stuff. So I think it's like, it's an honor for me just to be nominated in so many different categories. So, you know, thanks for all my viewers who nominated me for that. There's a lot of like big content creators out there, and I think it's, even if I don't expect to win any of them, but I think it's, you know, an honor just to be nominated for and be spoken in the same breath as some of these other content creators. So yeah, thanks. Cheers, guys. All right. So yeah. Let's update this list. All right, I think I haven't gotten any more, so I'll go ahead and spin again. That was a kind of a quick roster review. I don't know, it depends, Dark. I would have to look at your account. So I don't give roster review advice without looking at your roster, because I don't know, like I really, it's not as simple as like, every account is different. So if I look at the account, I can give a better understanding of where they should go. But I really don't like giving advice without looking at the account, because it's like, sometimes people give me an option of like, should I farm this or this? And sometimes it's neither. And it really depends on where your account is. Who is this? TMAC. It's fine. Where are you at, TMAC? Man, this guy put in a roster review request a long time ago. Alright, copy this. Do that. Delete that. Alright. 3 to 4 months from Java. Java's a great GM. Java's strong too, even when I'm doing squad arena, if I see like a Java here, like Java, hey look, a Night Sisters. Here, let's see if I can beat that. So even if I see a Java here, sometimes even Java against Plo Koon, like sometimes it even beats that. So let's do this. Do that. I'm gonna have to get to like mini alt really quick. Let's do this. Okay. Chill out, dude. Let's do that. Dispel your stuff. Alright, let's kill you. You can't do nothing. Alright. Let's kill you now. Do ult. So, alright. Let's just kill you. So this is, I don't know why when people have JMK Plo, why they have such problems with this version of Night Sisters. Like, I don't know. Like, as you saw here, like, just bodied them. So, I don't know. They are a really good team, but I've seen my guild just kind of like, and other guilds just absolutely dominate in TW with these Night Sisters, and you can just like beat them with this Plokron pretty easy. Of course, this is like the only counter I know right now, but JMK with Plokron is very strong. So yeah, but this is like a super strong team. Yeah, I don't know. I do like beating these whenever I see them. It's fun. All right, but if I see like a Jabba here, even JMK with Plokron, sometimes it's like it's hard to beat those. So like, Jabba is a really strong team. Not as strong in 3v3, but 5v5. Yeah, but like mods is huge. Mod income is huge for having Jabba. Like Jabba in himself, Jabba is still a good GL. Like very strong. He can beat Leia's, he can beat JMK's. Like he beats a lot. He's good on defense. Even though Night Sisters, I've been using Night Sisters to cheese Jabba. And even with just like a Relic 3 Marin, I can get through it. But not everyone has Marin modded correctly and understand like the fundamentals of it. But not necessary, I think. Still a good GL. All right, let's spin the wheel. All right, remove you from my list. Interact with you, remove, and then spin this wheel. So this will be the last free one we do for today. Who we got? Oh, Rickdeckardcain. Nice. So Rickdeckardcain, I reviewed his account in January, which was a long time ago for me. So I'm sure my roster review styles have completely changed since then. So pretty happy I get to... I wanted to review this account, but I can't always just skip people, if that makes sense, just because I want to. I try to be fair, even though he had a very strong case for it. So Rickdeckardcain, here he said, you reviewed my account back in January as one of your first ones. I think it'd be neat to have a comparison of both the quality and style of your first review as well as review my progress since your review. At this moment, I've just unlocked Profundity. I'm currently working on Jabba Rex. My next goal being Grand Inquisitor to help my guild with Third Sister. After those two, I plan on working on Peridia Patrol, then Leia, then JMK, then Bo-Katan Mandalore. Alright, so a lot of stuff. Let's see. Let's hide this. Let's see what we see for this account. There is no upcoming info. I'm sure soon we'll get an answer. So 9 million GP. Bigger than I thought. 5.2 in characters, 3.7 in ships. 21,000 galactic war battles. So a good amount of time played. Almost 4.5, almost 5 years. Alright, a little lackluster in the ships. I'll say that. So, no 7-star fleets. And I'll say this. 7-star fleets are important for TW. Or, I'm sorry, TB. Even TW, but TB, it's important because the fleets are the easiest way to get combat missions done, and they're worth more than ground. So having all the fleets at 7 stars will help you immensely in getting more participation in TB. And I know it's mostly like deploy, but if all 50 people have all the fleets, then that's a ton of extra GP you get, because those missions are really reliable too. So even in all of them, they're way better. I appreciate it, Rai Rok. So all the TB, so I'm not saying this player needs to accelerate it, but their fleets are really lackluster for the amount of time they have played. So their Empire fleet this is a good fleet. It's okay where it is right now because they have TIE Interceptor. So this one, it would struggle to beat. This fleet would struggle to beat Galactic Republic with Marauder. It would, because when you do the Negotiator versus Chimera counter, your first reinforcement is the TIE Interceptor, but this player is going to have to first reinforce with the TIE Defender, which means you can't get Anakin marked here, so you're not going to be able to mark Anakin. Also, Anakin is able to attack with his basic and never miss, so that puts the TIE Defender able to get one shot. So in Chimera right now, one of the best counters that we have for the Marauder is the Chimera, because you can't use the Chimera to really counter Leviathans right now. You can still use the Executrix counter against the Punishing One Executor, but I do think Chimera against the Negotiator with Marauder is still a really good counter too, because that's a really hard ship. So yeah, I would recommend, I don't know, but there's like, because Profundity's good, Executor's good, you don't have them where you need to be, but your Sith isn't invested in whatsoever, a little. So if you can get Malgus with his ship, this is actually a really good defensive fleet, even with any of the ships. Like you can use it under Endurance or Chimera or Executrix or something. Endurance is actually a really good one because it kind of like doubles down on their survivability. But that's an excellent defensive fleet. So if anyone is in that position where you have all the Sith ships, you can put it under the Endurance on defense, and it actually requires a real fleet to beat because it pretty much has all the survivability of the Leviathan, just none of the offensive capability. So I would recommend continuing to work on all your ships. You can slow farm your GL ships if you want, but I would love to see some more investment in your fleets. Even like the relic and the gear levels, it's like right now we're in a really weird place, right? And like you don't have investment in your Inquisitors, you don't have investment into your Bad Batch, you don't have 7-star investments in Profundity or Executor, and you don't have investment into the Leviathan, and also your Malevolence and your Negotiator, you don't have JMK, so you don't have investment into these that's expected at the level of like Kyber, where everyone has a Relic 7 Malevolence and Relic 8 Negotiator. So overall, the fleet is okay, but I could see this player losing a lot in Grand Arena because of fleets, and that's probably why like 9 million GP should probably be in Kyber, but in Erodium 2, I imagine the squish is pushing them down, but fleets is probably, believe it or not, a big reason why this player probably isn't hanging out, because honestly, none of these His Shadow, how's it going? None of these fleets are at the level that you would expect for Kyber. Not a single one. Yeah, maybe just the Finalizer, but the Finalizer is just like a 2-shot for Executor now, if you know what you're doing. So, I don't know. And 3 GLs. So since you already have JML, you can leave them R7. But yeah, Jabba would be where I would go with this. Immediately for Jabba. Poncho Bros. You have Quadme. You have the Poncho Bros. Okay. So that's good. Inquisitors. I don't know how close you are to Riva. If you're close to Riva, I think your plan is fine. How am I so good? I don't know what you mean, Shadow. But yeah, I love this game too. So Inquisitors is fine after you have Jabba. So you would be where I tell people like at what's a good place to farm Inquisitors, which is 4 GLs, 2 GL ships, which you're there and just side farm the Peridia group, those 3. I would like to see some relics on Jedi Knight Anakin though. So what you can do is you can go Jabba JMK and then farm Inquisitors. And what that would do is it would shore up your fleets as far as at least get you a Kyber level Malevolence Negotiator, R7 your Anakin, so that the Negotiator fleet is somewhat usable. But I guarantee you, I appreciate it, Shadow. So I guarantee you, if you just like get your Negotiator at least to the levels where you can beat where Negotiator can beat Malevolence reliably and Malevolence can beat Negotiator reliably, that would be good for you. But at the relic levels you have in fleets right now, you can lose based on RNG. So because you have a lackluster Malevolence, you have a lackluster Negotiator, you can lose on RNG. Even if you go like Profundity versus Executor or Executor versus Profundity, maybe with the punishing one, the Profundity one is fine. But you can lose these based on RNG because of your low stars as well. So yeah, and definitely the Anakin needs to be relicked. So I would love to see just more investment into your fleets as well. So at least finish Jabba, side farm the Peridia, consider JMK. But if you're close to having the Scythe, if you're close to having Riva, then yeah, go ahead and go Inquisitors. But also if you're close to Cat, and you could consider going JMK into Inquisitors. But once you finish Jabba, JMK, Inquisitors, I would recommend you go for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And once you finish Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, go for Bo-Katan Mandalore as well. You can hold off depending on where your guild is for unlocking Mandalore and Zepho, but that's probably the biggest thing people can do right now to get good income for their guild. Having the guild access Zepho and Mandalore is a ton more important than getting access to Inquisitors. And honestly, I would maybe even just skip Inquisitors for now for this account, and if you wanted to, you can just go for like Zepho and Mandalore and then join a guild that is getting excellent guild income. Because if you have Jabba, Zepho, Mandalore access, then you're going to get a lot more income, and then you can just get those Inquisitor shards very easy if you join a guild that's like Zepho Mandalore ready. They've already finished Riva, and then you'll passively get like 40 plus shards without having to do much. And then once you have your Riva, then you can unlock Inquisitors, get the Scythe and everything. But I would recommend, honestly, Zepho and Mandalore is a ton more important than getting Riva right now, because getting 140 extra Chirotech every 2 weeks is really important. I think it depends on where your account is, Aoi, and your guild. So this is, I don't know, he's at 9 million GP, which means he can be in a very good guild. He doesn't have a lot that guilds wants, to be completely honest. He has 3 GLs. He doesn't have Jabba. He doesn't have JMK. He doesn't have Leia. His JML is Relic 7. He has the Lightspeed bundle. GLs. He doesn't have 7 stars GL ships. He doesn't have Leviathan. He doesn't have his Empire fleet up and running. He doesn't have up to par Negotiator Malevolence. So there's a lot of negatives in this account that, as if I was a guild recruiter and this account would apply, there's no positives for what this account would bring a guild, as far as guild top end guilds don't care about Riva, but they do care about Mandalore Mandalore. They do care about Zepho. They do care about having a certain amount of GLs. They do care about like your mod scores. They care about your fleets, because if you're going against like 50 Leviathans and 50 Executors with punishing ones, this account couldn't kill a single Executor or Leviathan at the top end, because the 5-star Executor can't beat it can't beat any of those pretty much. Like maybe it would get lucky and beat a Leviathan with the punishing one, but this is like really lackluster investment. What is Zepho? Zepho is a planet in TB. So it's you unlock it with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis in the second light side planet, and then you get Zepho, which gives 40 Kyrotech plus some more currencies, and then Mandalore gives 100 Kyrotech plus currencies, which is 140 Kyrotech every 2 weeks, which is a lot of Kyrotech. That's it's like 300 plus if you count in all the currencies a month of Kyrotech, which is a lot of Kyrotech. So but as far as like Leviathan over those, it depends on where you are with your guild. Is your guild about to, if you get Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or Bo-Katan Mandalore, will that tip the scales of your guild getting access to those? Then maybe, but Leviathan, if you can get it to 7 stars, is really important, because Leviathan is the best ship in the game right now, and it's like a tier above everything else. So you can put your Leviathan on defense, and then you can get fleet crystals, which is really important. So if you're getting fleet crystals at like number 1 every day, then yeah, then you can go for like Zepho Mandalore and then take your time with the Leviathan. But if you're not able to get at least top 5 in fleets, and the only thing that can push you there is Leviathan, then I would prioritize Leviathan over Zepho Mandalore. But yeah, is GL Anakin worth it? No, I would say not really worth farming. Like, is he worth farming as like the last GL or second last GL? Yes. Early game, no. So for this account, I would shore up your ships, consider farming things that are better for your guild. Like Inquisitors are okay, but no one really cares. And I don't know where your guild is as far as like what it's doing here. Let's look up this account real quick to see their guild, because he said at 9 million GP, my hope is you would be farming like the guild goals would be farming Mandalore and Zepho, not Reva shards, because Reva shards are really like, all the good guilds have Reva. And my hope for an account like this size would be that you're pushing towards things that'll give you more income. And while Reva's excellent, like their importance has kind of fell down. Cloud City. Here, let's go. GG. Go to guilds. Where's the recruit? Recruit. Let's find a guild. Cloud City. What was this guild's name? Executioners. Alright. Not in there. Interesting. Alright, let's do this. Let's look at this guild. 400 million GP. Not a lot of GLs here. Not a lot of GL fleets. So this is not a very focused guild. And I don't mean to just like dunk on a guild. I don't want to dunk on the guild. So, but this is not a guild I would join, if I would put it that way. So let's look at the TW. 44% win rate in TW, which is not great. TB, 23 stars in row. Again, for 400 million GP, like at 9 million GP, I would hope you could get more than this. Raids, 39 million. Yeah, so 40 attacking members, 34, 9 days. So my biggest recommendation for this player is to change guilds. So I don't care about Riva. I don't think any player who's experienced cares about Riva. Like, unfortunately, they're not. Hey Pigster, how's it going? They're not. Nothing they have is super great for guilds. But if they get Jabba, right? Go for Jabba. And then go for, I don't know, CR Sonic. To be honest, what I do is you can look at, yeah, who knows? Like, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I don't think of Rote in that way. What you can do is you can look at like the guild recruitment server and see what guilds you can join and compare those to where you are. So like Jabba is what I would farm. Then I would go for something like finish the assault battles, so slowly farm the Peridia guys, while also farming Zepho and Mandalore, and then use those to leverage into finding a better guild. But if I was him, I would immediately start looking for a new guild, because this guild he's in is very lackluster in participation. So because look at the comparison, like he's only 1 million less GP than me, but my guild, we usually get like, we can get up to like 39 stars. We're aiming for like 41 is what we're aiming for as far as like the rewards. So we if we don't mess up, because I think my guild messed up this time, so we'll probably end up somewhere here, 37 to 39. But we can get 39 as long as my guild officers made a little mistake. And I think that cost us 2 stars. But he's getting 23. He's 1 million GP less than me. Also, my guild is getting the 265 box, which he's getting this box. So if you look at the difference of what this guy, and I'm saying his account doesn't have what guilds are looking for, but 90 million box at 9 million GP, yes, I think he could hit that. He can find a guild that's getting like a 90 million raid box, also getting like at least in the, I don't know, 30s or something, low 30s ROTE with focus on getting max rewards for Zepho, and then pushing towards Mandalore right now would probably be best, like, because that's the biggest thing for TB right now. And then finding a guild that just like passively earns, because most guilds don't care about like Grand Inquisitor or Riva shards right now, like, because we all have Riva. So, but guilds still get decent Riva shards because it's shard shop currency, and everyone needs shard shop currency. So I think don't focus on Riva, focus on Mandalore, focus on Zepho, because that's going to give you a lot more resources. And then once you're about to earn Riva, then get Riva, use Riva to unlock Grand Inquisitor, and that saves you from having to relic 7 Ninth Sister. And then it also saves you on wasting Zetas on characters like Grand Inquisitor lead, 8th brother and 5th brother, and then you can save Zetas in the long run, save some relic material as well, because you don't have to Zeta Ninth Sister either. And then overall just like improve the flow of your account. So that's what I would say. Like Jabba, assault battles, all that stuff. Yeah, so hey, thanks, Ray Rock. Did you want your GAC review? I can give you your GAC review. You've been on my list for a while, so I can give you and yeah, I can get you one, Mountain Goat. So I'll do a GAC review for Ray Rock and then a Mountain Goat. So Shadow. So to get a free roster review, Shadow, you have to submit in my roster reviews here. So join my Discord. In my Discord, you can see you can put in a request. When it hits for you, when the wheel lands for you, then I will at you here. So the people who got roster reviews today, I will adjust this one and tell them, hey, you know, TMAC and Rickdeckardcain, you guys got your review here. So yeah. Well, my guild's very good. It's a very good guild. So I'm probably on the lower end of GP for it, if I had to guess. But my guild is a very good guild. So here, let's look at my profile. Garberia. So yeah, 543 million GP. So I'm about average. I don't know where I fall in here. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I'm on the lower end. So as you can see here, lower end of GP. There's like some smaller ones here, probably like alts, and then some really good. They have smaller accounts, but they're very focused towards what we need, like Zepho, Mandalore focused or whatever. But yeah, but you want guilds that have good GLs, good, and this is a good sign of guilds. Is GL ships. So that's something a lot of people look. But if I see guilds that have good GL ships, that's very important for like TW. It's very important for fleet rank. And if you can see like a good amount of fleet rank here, that means, because these guys that aren't getting any fleet currencies, their account's going to progress much slower, which means those who have like here that are top 10, their accounts get a lot more crystals, which means they progress generally faster unless they're spenders, because some people just don't engage in like GAC in fleet crystals, but they just spend money to overcome those. So yeah, 665 is really good. So I'm not end game, I'm late game. So you just got to find guilds that are good for where you are. But Rickdeckardcain's guild is a lot less than what he could possibly have. So he could do a lot better, I think. All right, so here, Mountain Goat, can you drop your ally code again, Mountain Goat, or favor? And then what did you want me to look at for you? And then I will, after yours, we'll do a roster review for, or we'll do a GAC review for Ray Rock. We'll see how he's doing in threes. I'm sure I can find your stuff too, but I do need to know what you're looking for, because I have looked at your account before. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Kia. Yeah, so it's I think it's fine. Reva's good. Don't get me wrong. I do think the Inquisitor investment kind of lost a little bit of worth with the recent nerfs of the Chimera against the Leviathan, because my Chimera used to be my Leviathan counter. Since they nerfed it, I now have to use Profundity, and that sucks because people could have used Chimera to climb. So yeah, so that's unfortunate. Amountaingoat. You're the leader of your guild? Where are you at? Oh no, your title is a leader of the pack. Okay, that makes sense. For a second there, I was like, what? All right. I was surprised because guild leaders are like vegans, you know what I mean? They're gonna let you know. All right, so Amountaingoat with Spawns of Thrawn, good placement overall. I like that you're getting good fleet crystal income. You're getting the latest and greatest. You have Jabba, you're finishing that. I would say R9ing things right now is a luxury, and you should stop that. Stop it right now. But you should really chill out on these R9s, because you could farm more things like SOKR Ray are fine at R7. Balin Skull, I'm sure fine at R7. The Quadme one, I get it for raid currency, but I would like you to focus on farming more things so that you can get more things into your account, and then your account will grow organically from that. So I would like, because all these R9s could have been like Leviathan or GL Ahsoka. So in your, how's your GL Ahsoka farms? I think you're getting pretty close to it. Yeah, so if you started farming these guys, getting ready for GL Ahsoka, I think that would be a good place for you if you are close to having Ahsoka, which I don't know where you are with your conquest characters, so I could see you being far away from that, and that kind of like pushing you away. But the assault battle is really good, so if you wanted to get at least the Peridia crew to R7 and then start slowly farming the stuff, I would not farm Aphra. Don't farm Aphra. You don't need Aphra. I don't know if you're just farming Hondo to go in with the Balin Skull farm, which is fine, but I would say don't fully invest into Aphra, because she's 100% a skip. I would like to see you get Ben Solo up and running for your Rey. That's a really strong character. So Aoi, I would say as far as like, I think there's a certain point where it's okay for mid-game to late-game players to be in a more casual guild, so they can farm whatever they want. But at a certain point, you want to be in a good guild, and good guilds do have like farming priorities. Like I had to, do some R9s for platoons or stuff like that. And sometimes that's just the price to pay, as you know. And I know, especially for you, you probably want to use more of your Omicrons for like Grand Arena, but maybe they require TW Omicrons. But I think at a certain point you have to join a guild that is focused on the best thing that you can do, and the best thing a guild can do is like have shared farming goals to overall just improve your account. But I do think it sucks that the better your account, the less flexibility you have on what you can farm. So yeah, but Ben Solo would be a priority. Side farming, just the requirements for GL Ahsoka would be really good. Luthen's a skip for right now. You can get Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum once you get ready. Terran Malicos is really good, but yeah, like even though you don't have a lot of stuff, I would like to see, because sooner or later your shard is going to start getting Leviathans, and once you start seeing Leviathans, then you're going to struggle a little with your Executor. And don't get me wrong, your Executor can beat some Leviathans. Like I do it in TW, but it's not 100%. So yeah, I would say start side farming for Leviathan Sith, because oh man. Woo. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing. All right. So as best you can, start side farming these ships, because the Leviathan's good. You know what I mean? So, oh boy. Yeah, so and that's the best fleet in the game. I don't know how long it's gonna be until we get a like the next tier. It does not look like CG is in any rush to give us the next GL ship, because I thought this next conquest character would be a sign of what the next fleet would be. Right now they're giving us another Bad Batch in the next era after GL Ahsoka, and the next conquest character has nothing to do with ships. So what that means is it's going to be at least another, God, because they keep pushing this off. So it's going to be at least another 5-6 months before we even get a next GL ship announced. And then at that point, it's probably going to be 8 to 9 months before we get it. So what that means is Leviathan is here, and it's here to stay as the meta ship for a while. So I don't know if they're going to like give a lifter for profundity in that time, if they're going to give another ship to another fleet that's going to lift them. But as of right now, I don't predict at the earliest, and that it doesn't even have to be that. Maybe they'll push it to a whole other year before we get a next GL ship. But as of right now, they are not prepped or ready to give us a next GL level ship, because it's probably going to require a conquest ship, and that's not going to be ready for a while. So yeah, maybe 9 months before we get that next ship. So what that means for everyone is Leviathan stock keeps going up. It keeps raising and raising and raising and raising. And I keep trying to tell people, when are you going to farm Leviathan? What's your expectations for when you're going to farm Leviathan? Like, when are people going to start farming Leviathan? And they keep saying like, oh, 2025 ship, 2025 ship, 2024 ship, 2024 ship. Like, we don't know when we're going to get another tiered ship like Leviathan. And right now I'm saying 8 to 9 months maybe. So Leviathan needs to be on your radar as soon as you can, because even once you get the Leviathan, you can still get that whatever next tier of ship is. You're going to want both, and then you could easily loop back and get the profundity once you finish like JML. But I would say, yeah, profundity is good. So I'm using the profundity on offense to counter Leviathan. So I still think everyone should have all the GL fleets. They're all still worth it. They're all still good. I would prioritize for you finishing Jabba, and then 2 things that you need to prioritize: 2, Leviathan, GL Ahsoka. That's the 2. So you can also, if you want to, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or Bo-Katan Mandalore. Also good farms. But those are the 2 things that I would like, the 4 optional things that you can farm right now: Zepho, Mandalore, Leviathan, go for GL Ahsoka. That's the 4 best things that you can get into your account right meow. So something to think about. Inquisitors are okay. Like I said in the last roster review, they kind of lost a little bit of importance with their fleet getting downgraded as an off-meta counter of the Leviathan. So you can add the Inquisitors if you're going to have Reva. But I would say get Reva first. I know it's kind of like a scumbag move, but what are you going to do? But get Reva first, then you can get the Inquisitors, and that'll save you a whole lot of resources from having to get your Grand Inquisitors ready for Reva and unlocking Grand Inquisitor. Or you can just get Reva, save a ton of Zetas and resources, then get Reva ready with your Inquisitors, take them to R7, still worth it. And then you'll get your Scythe and your TIE Interceptor and all that stuff, and it'll still be a good fleet. So, but not a priority over Zepho, Mandalore, GL Ahsoka, Leviathan. Those 4, I would say, more important than Inquisitors are right now. So that's what I would say for this account. Ben Solo too. You should get Ben Solo up and running. At least like Relic 3, give him his Omicron on the Force Dyad, and kind of leave him there if you want to. Mods. I think your mods were good from what I remember. A little slow. SOKR is a little slow. I would like him to be a little faster. Really good Ray. Excellent Ray. Jabba. I think you know. You and I both know this Java needs a little work. A little work. But not horrible. You can 325, still pretty good. Top end's good. No need to force bad ones. You can still work on that square a little more. You can hit this one more time. Maybe calibrate it twice or something. Yeah, 314. Kind of falls off on the back end, but not bad overall. That's what I would recommend for you. It kind of reminded me of something. So Inquisitorious. Where are you at? Eighth brother? Do I have the income? No, I'm missing some. So I'm thinking about trying to hit this one more time. As you can see, if I had the 10 more, I would maybe do it. But I don't. I don't want to use this income for that. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it, guys. I'm thinking about doing it. No problem. I want to do it. This one curses me. How you curse me so. Yeah, but something to think about. Mountaingoat. Alright, what I want to do. There's something. Yeah, that's the last one. But it could be a 30. It could be a 30 speed mod. It could be worth it if it happens. It probably wouldn't do it. I don't mind doing it, but 25, I would do for, you're telling me, if you had a 24 speed mod, Owie, 24, and you could take it to 25, or you can take it to 30, would you do it? I know you would do it, Owie. I know you would. If you had that one and it was like 40, you would slice that. You would slice that baby so bad. I'm not farming Great Mothers. I'm not farming Balin Skull. So I haven't touched my Great Mothers since I farmed the stars or whatever on it. So I'm farming these guys. I'm farming the Imperial Remnant because I'm gonna go. What am I doing right now? Oh, I'm finishing Bo-Katan Mandalore is what I'm doing. So I just need a little bit of relics on Paz and IG-12. And of course I do need the Zetas. So I need these. And then I'm going to take Bo-Katan Mandalore up to Relic 7 for the Mandalore mission. I would not dark previous. So the way calibrations work is, so if I like slice this one more time, here, I'll do it. I'm on offense, defense. Okay, so if I calibrated this right, it cannot hit speed here because it already has 5 speed. So I would have to calibrate speed, hope it comes off of like this one right here, and then lands again on speed. So I never recommend people to do that because that's a waste of micro attenuators. Like, yeah, I would love for this to hit offense percent, but not a big deal, right? So yeah. But some people do it. I've seen some people do it. I never recommend it because here is what it happens, right? So it doesn't go by order. It's just random. So you have a 20% chance for it hitting any of these 5. So 20%, it could hit any of these, remove any of these slices right here, right? So it's only 20% chance that I would get this one. And then it's another 25% for it to hit this one. So 20% chance it calibrates what I want, and then 25% chance it'll land there. Every time it does not, Rai Rok. Yeah, so I don't want to do it. Here, let's see if I can find one that hasn't been calibrated. But it does not always, it takes from a random one. So it takes from a random one and then gives to a random one. So I could calibrate this. So for science. I don't know if I've calibrated this one before, but let's say if I calibrate this, right? Calibrate. So offense, that's still good. See, second, it's random. So slice this. There you go. So excellent mod here. Look at me. Look at me just destroying these mods. So yeah, this is a good mod. But yeah, so what's the best way to get micro attenuators? The best way to get micro attenuators is Java, Smuggler's Run 2. You also get them for other ones. Here, let's work 6 dots. Sort by speed. So 19s, this one 19. Health. Calibrate this. Watch, let's see what it hits. Protection, okay. Keep that change. We can just slice this, see what it hits. Offense. Let's slice again. Health, okay. Calibrate that, see what it hits. Of course. Let's see here. I don't have money. I'm broke. Broke is a joke. Alright, this here. But yeah, it's random. Go filter. Oh, 6 dot. I do have mods that I need to work. 15. I can slice this one more time. Offense. That sucks. I can slice one more. So this is a good mod. Protection. Slice one more. Speed. 24. Yeah, whatever. I think I'm out of slicing material now. Yeah. I can still calibrate some. For a chance, that's a crappy mod. Alright, these are crappy. $15s. I can calibrate some of these if I wanted to. I don't mind saving my calibration materials for next week though. Not bad. I didn't work my 6 dot mods this week. Totally forgot to. Alright, yeah, but those micro attenuators, the best way to get them is get Java, because you get some when you farm these. As you can see here, like every 50 I get like 2 or 3, so I probably get like, I don't know, 6 to 9, maybe 5 to 10 a week or a day or something by doing the 350 refreshes here. But you get 60 every time the Smuggler's Run 2. So if you're doing your 30 refresh, or you're doing your mod refreshes and you're farming slicing material, then you should get micro attenuators, and then you can like I had close to 200 this week because of Smuggler's Run 2 plus the farming I've been doing. So yeah, something to think about. All right, let's go to Rai Rok. Rai Rok. Mini Rai Roks. Let's see what mini Rai Rok is. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can get some with the new currency. So I haven't looked too deeply at it. I have heard that we will get more slicing material with it overall. So I think that's a positive change. All right, let's do this GAC review for Senior Rai Rok. Ooh, Rai Rok. 2-1, buddy. 2-1. You didn't play this one. You didn't even get rewards. You didn't even do your tax. Did you forget? What happened here? I think you probably could have won this one. This guy was a scrubbalicious. Look at that. Couldn't even handle your Tarful. Couldn't handle your JMK. You're busy at work? Oh, okay. You couldn't have gone to the... Just Rai Rok. You just got to go and be like, oh, my stomach hurts. And then you go to the bathroom. And then you just sit on the toilet. You whip out your phone and you do one attack. Boom. One, then you get your rewards. Because you didn't even get a rewards here. That sucks. I get it. I get it. So, but you always have opportunities to go to the bathroom. All right, let's see how you did. So Milo Eda Franca, how you did here. So you have Queen Amidala. So I'll say this for Quadme. Quadme is a really strong defense. There's not a lot that takes it out. They either have to use like Bane, even if you use something like Jabba. If you use something like, yeah, I get it. That happens to me too, Rai Rok. I was just kidding. So real life always takes precedent, but yeah, like if you put Quadme on defense, then it pretty much makes them use Bane. So if you want to, you can also put Quadme in the back wall and put Leia on the front wall and hope that they use Bane on Leia, and then they will struggle with Quadme unless they bring like a JMK or something on offense as well. So it's something to think about if you want to be sneaky with it, because there's not a lot of counters for Queen Amidala. I'm sure you have Omicrons on her, but there's not a lot of counter. Do you have Omicrons on your Queen Amidala, Rai Rok? Where is... No? Rai Rok. Rai Rok. Sir. Wasted on her? Brother. Queen Amidala is so good. So with the Omicrons, she beats Leia. She does need it. She needs it. So there's two things that counter it. So you need the pre-taunt, right? Because you start off, this Omicron gives you the pre-taunt, or Loyal Bodyguard maybe. Yeah, Loyal Bodyguard gives you the pre-taunt. I am Queen Amidala increases cooldowns. So right now, especially in 5s, I could take bounty hunters. I could pretty much kill your Queen Amidala before they take a turn. So you're giving them the option of using even you can use bounty hunters if you don't have Queen Amidala on here against her without the Omicron, without I'm Queen Amidala, because it jacks up their cooldowns. So pretty much Loyal Bodyguard puts the bodyguard out there, and then I'm Queen Amidala jacks up their cooldowns so they can only like basic into that bodyguard. It's really, really strong. So you need 2 Omicrons minimum on Quadme. I'm Queen Amidala Loyal Bodyguard, because you're opening up so many counters on them. It's insane. All right, let's look at these, right? So Quadme leader, yeah. So if we look at these, what counters do we have? We have JMK, or like I was saying, Darth Bane, right? Rai Rok. So Bane, so pretty much Bane C, JMK, right? And even it's not even guaranteed unless you have like Plocron. So even Jabba is like 56%, 46%. You're running really, really low win percentages here. So JML 53%, but here let's take off not the Datacrons. Let's take off the Almies Defensive Omnis exclude. Let's exclude these Omnis and let's see what the percentages are then. So close to 100% here, 100% here, close to 100% here, 100% here. Jabba shoots up to like almost 78%. You get an extra like 40% here for Reva. It opens up SLKR at 94%. Even DTMG 46%. Opens up Starkiller as a counter. Near JML close to 80% here. Do you see what I'm saying here? 45%, 47%, 80%. So what you're doing is you're opening up tons of opportunities for them to use off-meta counters. So yeah, even Ray, you're opening up Ray as the counter. SLKR, Lord Vader as a counter, even Rowen now as a counter. So you pretty much Bo-Katan as a counter. So when you turn off the Omicrons, you make it so that, hey, there's one or two guaranteed counters, to now you're opening up to like a ton of different counters. Do you see these win percent rates? So that's why even Revens. So you need those Omicrons. Like, it turns this team into a Leia killer, a defensive powerhouse for 2 Omicrons, or you turn it into just something that anything can counter, really. So I would recommend Rai Rok giving Queen Amidala her 2 Omicrons. Sounds like someone just got in an accident outside my house. All right. Hey Moi, how's it going? Molly? Molly? I don't know what that symbol above the O means. Maybe it's Moi? I don't know. Jar Jar. I would put the tank here instead of Captain Tarples. Like, I would put the tank here because you want to try to block them from getting to the generator as much as you can, right? You don't have to, but a recommendation. I don't like Sortie here. I don't know if you probably Baby Cal would probably be best here, or Ezreal if you have Ezreal. Sortie doesn't do much here. Yeah, you're gonna put so yeah. So I would change Baby Cow here. Would make this a lot better, because you can't even use Baby Cow with the Terran Malicos because they just take crew. So you go like crew in there, but I don't know. I would put like Baby Cow in here. This is good. This is good. This is Kit Fisto. This is a little weird. I think you can find a better third than Kit Fisto. I've been using, you can use, do you have any of the good Datacrons? Like, I wouldn't use Plo Koon there, but maybe Eth Koth. If you have Eth Koth or Datacron, that's probably the much better choice here as the third. Yeah, because I don't see Eth Koth anywhere, and Eth Koth goes really good with Qui-Gon. But if I had to, I would probably do Kelleran Beck, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Eth Koth here, and then you can just put a tank here for the third, like any Galactic Republic tank. Malgus. Malgus is a really good offensive commercial. All right. Let me know when you're back. Rai Rok here. I'll be right back. So while you're in like commercial, I'll just run to the bathroom. Hey Dank Ideals, how's it going? How's the baby? Alright, so you got dropped to Kyber 3 this week. So I'll say this. So I would change this. If you have ETH Koth Kron, Datacron, I would put ETH Koth here with like Kiadi Mundi. And then Qui-Gon, you can go Anakin in a tank here. Or if you want to, you can go like back Kiadi Mundi. You don't have ETH Koth Kron? That's unfortunate. Nor ETH himself. I would not put Kit Fisto here. That's good, Dank Ideals. So I would change this though. I'm sure you can find something better. I like Malgus on offense, believe it or not. So he's such a good offensive character, and then you're losing pretty much the possibility of 3 teams here. And even with right now, people have the Riva with Grand Inquisitor Kron. Like Malgus beats that pretty easily. So that's a really good counter. Otherwise, there's not a lot of counters to it. So I would consider maybe taking this on offense and putting something else here, because it's really good, actually. Something to think about. I like Bo-Katan Mandalore. Yeah, see how you're not using Baby Cal? So you have Seer, Terran Malicos, Maul. I would use Starkiller against this. Just normal Starkiller beats that, even without his Datacron. So believe it or not, in 3s, there's nothing crazy here. You're just, yeah, you could use Starkiller here if you really want to make it reliable. Like if Ezreal is here, like if it's like Rey, Ezreal, Ben Solo, then you can do something there. But Starkiller, you have yet to win with I win every single time with Starkiller. Every single time. 66% of the time, it works every time. Alright, so Bo-Katan Mandalore, you lost again today. Rai Rok. Rockin' the Ray. No, here. Oh, you want me to show you? I don't need. I did use the Mara J-Crod, but I've been using Ray, or I don't even have Starkiller Kron, and I've been beating this. Do you have the because you can beat this pretty easily with Night Sisters too. So, and that saves your SLKR for something else. Because I've been using Marin. I'm pretty sure you have Marin. Just go Talzin, Asajj, Marin, and then you could at least like kill the sides usually. You have to play it right. Yeah, you do have to play it right. I don't know. Have I seen your Night Sisters? I don't know. I don't have your stuff memorized in my brain, Rai Rok. But you're a huge account. So I assume you have the Night Sisters, right? See what you got. I'm just saying that has been a huge change for me, is getting, okay. All right. You should have bought the path. You should have bought the Lightspeed bundle. It was a good Lightspeed bundle. If it comes back, you should just buy it. It's like $10, dude. I don't know how much it costs, but it was a good bundle. You should have got it. You hate Night Sisters? Are you just... What's wrong with the Night Sisters? They're a good team. Why would you hate the... I could understand being like, I hate the sequels, and I'd be like, word up. I get it. But Night Sisters? How can you hate Night Sisters? Like, I don't understand why you would hate them. Like, canonically, Vandor Chewbacca? I don't understand why you guys have this hate for these things. What's wrong with them? There's nothing wrong. Like, the team is strong. They have 2 strong teams now. I don't understand it. Well, yeah, if you use, I wouldn't run CLS against Night Sisters, but you know, it is what it is. This is good. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. This is kind of a waste. I don't know if you have Imperial Remnants, but this is a really strong... This is a really strong Datacron here. I usually go Sauvage Lead here. So Sauvage Lead is a little better, a little more reliable, I would say. Interesting. Scion. What? You lost? You lost a cleanup? What? What happened here? What? What? I'm gonna look at your stuff. What? Because it's like it's just a Ray cleanup. Mara Jade, really? Because she basics, that's it, right? Like she just basics. So you're telling me your Mara Jade died to one basic? Because you have higher relics than I do. You crazy speed. What? I don't understand how she would just die. The team is 2 people, Rai Rok. Like it's 2 people. It's Cal and Ray. Like Cal doesn't do any damage. Ray does very minimal, and she usually attacks Palpatine first. What? Yeah, your stats are fine. She whirlwinded? What? Oh man. Maybe you should have preloaded. If you knew she had a... Did you know she had a whirlwind in the ready? Because that was probably from last round or whatever, so... Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, your stats are fine. Man, that would have like really grinded my gears right there. So what'd you use to clean this up? Junk. Your opponent is not even using really like Datacrons all that much either. C. Okay. Yeah, at least you won this one. So generally too, you want to use the comeuppance. I don't think you want to use the comeuppance as a reinforcement. So I get it's like you're just cleaning up the bomber, but you know, just one of those things. Yeah, he like cheesed his fleets too. This was, I don't know, this was like a really... This is really easy. Yeah. Really, really easy Grand Arena. This is probably the hardest thing, but didn't even have a revive cron on Leia. But you got through it. It's not like the easiest. This one's actually pretty hard too. That's a good one. So personally, like if I would have had to go against this, I probably would have baned the Queen Amidala. I would have quad made the Leia. I would have Night Sistered the Jabba, JML the Lord Vader, Starkiller the Rey, maybe Malgus the Zori, Treyad the Gungans, probably Raid this, SOKR this, anything this, really. Maybe, yeah, anything that. Anything that. Anything that. I don't know. So not all these are really pretty easy. And then just decimated his fleet. Bane, I don't like... So if you, like, you can bring Quadme to deal with Leia's. Like, that's pretty good. You can also go like Third Sister. So what I usually do is I'll go with Third Sister. Worst case, they should clean up the sides. At least I try to take out Drogon, and then my Quadme is an easy win. Because you like, a Leia can really... If you lose important counters with Leia, that could just like stop the Grand Arena. So that's why I have Third Sister and Quadme for that. Because Third Sister with the Death Mark will take out at least one of these guys without at least, and usually both. And if you can kill both, then you can usually kill Leia, and then that's a win. So yeah, that's why I go with Third Sister first, and then if it was this week of a Leia with like without a revive cron, I probably would have just quad made it, to be completely honest. But yeah, like either or is fine. Like quad made is a pretty reliable one shot, especially since yours is all R9, and then Reva is also a good counter as well. So. Yeah, but I think you could clean this up a little bit. I think you could be a little better. I think your Ray, I don't know why you're struggling with Rays, but Rays aren't like, I don't know. Get a Star Killer Cron, and then that'll be your Ray counter for a while. This is painful right here. But yeah, see how like, Sortie, I don't think is the move here. It should definitely be like Baby Cal right here. Or Ezreal if you have Ezreal. Ezreal is really strong, actually. So if you have Ezreal, that is like the best defense you can probably go. Ray, Ezreal, Ben, and that's like really, really strong. They pretty much need like a Seer, Terra Malicos Star Killer to kill that. You don't have him? Okay, yeah, just put Baby Cal in here then. Balin Skull, Great Mothers. Yeah, there's not much you can do against this. This guy has a really strong offense, so he's gonna beat you pretty cleanly. He didn't attack your ships though. Where did you fail? Ships? There's a whole lot of failures here. What? Where's your Star Killer? Oh. Rai Rok. What's going on here? This Datacron isn't even crazy. Man. This is crazy. Bonus protection. So you got a shocker. Hit her with the shocker. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would have to see how you played it, but really? I don't know. I'm telling. I don't have any problem. I don't have a Star Killer Cron, but I don't have any of the problems that you're having with Ray. To be honest, it's like foresight. She doesn't have. She's not like generating a ton of foresight. Did you shock her? Yeah, I don't understand. Like if you. Oh no, never mind. You have a. You don't have Emperor Palpatine. Sorry. So. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I just use Emperor Palpatine, Mara Jade, Star Killer, and it works. Yeah, of course I have a decent Datacron with them, so I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Matt Master, how are you doing, dude? I could see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe if you increase your relics on here, let's look at your Terran Malicos. Because I think I thought I saw him at relic 5, which is a little low. Right? Or 6. I would take him to 7, and I would give him his last Omicron. You don't have the. Do you have it? You don't have it. You don't have his rocks. You don't have the Omicron on the rocks. And you don't have the Zeta on Violet Thrash. So Zeta this guy, Omicron this guy, and that'll probably help you. And take him to relic 7. So relic 7 him, Omicron this, Zeta this. And that should help you with what's happening. Yeah, 5%. I would go with an offense primary here. There's good offense here. Good offense there. Not as much offense as I would like. Good offense here. Yeah, so your offense is fine. It's just these. So Zeta this, Omicron that, and you should start seeing better. And R7 him. For this, yeah. For these, the Zeta and the Omicron is important for Malicos. Like, you do need him fully invested. So yes, for him it matters. My star killer only has like 10k damage, and I don't feel like that's that big of a deal. So I don't know how much damage your star killer has. But I don't have any problems at 10k damage. You have almost 10k damage, so your damage is fine. So this one is good. So I would get the Force Repulse as well, because that takes off all the crit hit immunity, all the buffs. So like this one's important if you're going to use them to counter Ray, but I would prioritize Terran Malicos. So you're just like not fully investing in them, and you're getting bodied by Ray. So I would invest more in those. Like R7 Terran Malicos, give him his Omicron and his Zeta. He's worth it. And that should help with your losses. Yeah. Or just offer to take your Star Killer to Relic 9 for... Yeah, but I would get these. I don't know, how many Omicrons do you have right now? Because I would get like Queen Amidala. I would get Quadmaze, and I would get Terran Malicos. So I don't know how many you have saved on his unique. Star Killer, like, yeah, this unique is really good. Force Repulse. But yeah, Force Repulse is good, but I would prioritize Quadmay and Terran Malic. Like I would go Terran Malicos, Quadmaze 2, and then Star Killer is how I would prioritize those. But yeah, you have a lot of Omnis I probably wouldn't apply, but I would recommend that. Yeah, like this Zeta, this Omicron. That should help you. Like, his stats look fine, but this Omicron's like important. So you get that Omicron. That's like, honestly, yeah, that's probably the second one I would do. They're all good, but rocks are like very, very important. So, and then this too. So I think if you get that may help you. So something to think about. Yeah. The math, yeah. So I'll see, Matt Master. I'll probably wait The definitely Omicrons. I'm probably gonna get slicing material. I don't know from there. I don't know if I'll prioritize mods. But I'm probably gonna get the Pass Plus. But yeah. But that if you dial in your Ray counters, it seems like, because the second you lose an important counter like that, it all kind of like goes downhill, right? And I'm sure you can appreciate that, because as you start losing these things, oh, this would have never worked right there. But this either, that's not gonna happen. Ooh, that's not. But as you start like losing things here, gas. This is such a weird team right here. Look how weird that is. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know about your attacking there, but yeah, I would recommend those. OG Bow. She's still an important character. She gives a lot of survivability to the team. So, and she's a requirement anyways. You want that Zeta in her. Gas with Ethcron? I don't know. I haven't faced it. You have C. Do you have C? You have C. You could have just used C. But yeah, I could see that being an issue. Get it? C. Yeah, but you are gonna want Bo-Katan Kryze on the team. As far as ships, boo. As far as ships, I still do the same thing. So I do Leviathan, Executor, Radis on defense, and I bring Profundity. So Profundity counters the Leviathan. I have to two-shot the Executor, so like Finalizer, and then use Malevolence to clean it up. And then the third one, yeah, just negotiate. Yeah, I just don't have the Marauder built up yet. You can use the Marauder though, but use Malevolence against Profundity. I don't see a lot of Profundities on defense. If I had to, I would use Malevolence against Profundity, but I'm very, there's no flexibility here for like, because if I had to, right? So if I had to go against like the FU defenses, I probably would do Malevolence against Profundity, Profundity against Leviathan, and then Finalizer blowing out the punishing one for Executor, and then cleaning up with the Chimera is probably what I would do. So yeah, but lately I've seen like Leviathan, Executor, Negotiator on defense with the Marauder. But I don't know. It really depends. Leia in 5v5, that's pretty good. That's a good counter to it. But yeah, like not a lot of counters for Leviathan right now. Pretty much you have like Profundity or Negotiator 2-shot, and even the Profundities can be a 2-shot. Or you can mirror. Mirror is pretty dicey. Executor can do it with punishing one, also dicey. So Chimera's shot, Executrix can counter the Executor. I don't know if my Gear 12 Executrix can do it. I haven't tried it, so I'm scared because my summons would be a little weaker. So maybe I'll wait until I like Relic 6 him for Lord Vader or something before I start doing that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe one day I'll try it out. But I don't know. Fleets are a Peter right now, so not a lot we can do with them. All right, so pretty much that's all the reviews I got for today, guys. Good fun. Don't forget to go in and vote for the Gungis. So for those that are watching, go ahead and go do your voting. Just whoever you think is best for the category. But I think everyone voting is important. It's a fun little thing, I think there's a lot of communities within Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that's kind of like that's doing that. So I think you should go out, vote. I voted, so I think you guys should too. It's a fun little thing. So go out, do your votes. Other than that, like yeah, I guess I'll see you all next time, right? There's not much else for me to do. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for everyone who donated for their reviews. For those who submitted for your free roster reviews, if you didn't get them today, just know that you'll still be on the list. So I'll get them as soon as I can. Executor Leviathan Profundity on defense. I don't believe in putting Profundity on defense because Profundity gets beat pretty easy. So yeah, you can off meta kill all of them, but I think having the option of having, because I think Profundity is a really good one for offense. So I just Executor Leviathan on defense and take Profundity on offense. So it gives a lot of, depending on what my opponent does, having Profundity on offense gives me a lot of flexibility for offense. So yeah, you can off meta a lot. And if I had Marauder fully invested in and Executrix fully invested in, then I would have some optional off meta counters for like Executor and Leviathan. But without having Lord Vader, I don't have any other Leviathan counters other than the Executor, the Leviathan, or the Profundity. So I think Profundity is probably the easiest to counter off meta with the Malevolence, so I bring that on offense. So yeah. Where do you vote? Here, let me I'll put it in the here. Let me get the docs. I'll post it in chat for everyone. So that's the Google Docs form. Go ahead, vote for your fit. There's many categories and other stuff in there other than content creators. So I recommend you just go out there, give your honest vote for who you want. It'll be a good time either way. All right, so thanks everyone for hanging out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun today. So I'll see you all next time.